Recording in progress.
Hey everyone, welcome to Stock Sniper Trading. Thanks everyone for joining. My name is Ron, my partner is Dave. It's almost 7 a.m. Eastern on a Monday morning, June 8th. Welcome guys. How is everybody doing? I hope everyone had a great weekend and ready to get back into these markets post NFP. We had a lot of news over the weekend regarding Iran and Israel and the US, and it could be a little unstable going into COMEX market and Wall Street this morning. So please trade with proper risk management if you're going to take any trades, because the markets can be volatile today and pretty unpredictable. So we're going to go through this week's news, and then we'll do a top-down analysis on gold. And we'll watch gold, how it trades into COMEX. And then a little later, we'll do NASDAQ as we moved into NASDAQ or US30. We'll have a vote moving into Wall Street. Okay, guys? So I'm going to get started. I hope everyone got some rest and ready to go. I hope everyone reviewed their journals, their trading journals, went over some of their trades, their good ones, their bad ones, learned a little bit, and we're continuing to go. And just want to say thank you to everybody who helped SST get to 100,000 subscribers. We hit that on Friday, and we gave a lucky winner on YouTube, Tony Gold, congratulations, a lifetime membership. And also we had another promotion that we DM'd another individual on YouTube, and they won a 3-month premium plan and a 1 month of AI trade ideas worth $600 US. Okay, so we will continue to give giveaways as long as you guys continue to support SST, like the stream, subscribe if you haven't already, and share the videos. And we will do our best to continue to give away promos and other giveaways for every week. We'll do this, okay guys? So we enjoy this, and hopefully you guys can be a lucky winner and join this sniper team. Okay guys, so let's just go over. If you're trading gold right now, there was one big bullish candle that opened at 535, and it is continuing, but right now consolidating in this flag if you are in any trade right now. Okay, NASDAQ too, a little choppy inside here. We will get to the charts, but first let's get just with the news this week. So over the weekend, this is Donald Trump over here. Israel and Iran are looking to do an immediate ceasefire. Final negotiations are proceeding, subject to stupidity getting in its way. Okay, so this is all over the news right now. Israel and Iran must immediately stop shooting, coming from President Donald Trump. So you see that they exchanged rockets over the weekend, and I do not think that there's any peace or ceasefire in happening right now. And you can see that there was some breaking news over here on Financial Juice to the left of my chart. Right over here breaking, this was at 6:30 a.m. Both sides, Israel and Iran, are looking to do an immediate ceasefire. I don't think that they are. And then at 6:40, Trump says the blockade will remain in place and in full force and effect until a final deal is reached. And also coming from Trump, final negotiations on peace are proceeding, subject to ignorance or stupidity getting in its way. Okay, so we can see that there's a lot of stupidity on both sides over here, and they're just continuing to retaliate with each other, and we don't have any peace as of yet. Okay, so today's news, it's a pretty light day in the markets. You can see that we don't have much news today, even in the US. So just treat it as if it is a Monday, which it is, coming off of a weekend. And there was some weekend news regarding Iran and US and Israel. So please be careful trading COMEX and Wall Street Open, okay? Just because there's no high impact news doesn't mean that it could be a choppy day. We just have to tread careful, okay? Going into tomorrow, Tuesday, June 9, again, we have some news, but no high impact red news to consider, okay? Going into Wednesday. Wednesday's the big day of the week that the entire markets are waiting for. It's this 8:30 a.m. Eastern news regarding the CPI. This is inflation data in the United States. So we have our core CPI month over month. Looks like it's increasing in the forecast from 0.4 to 0.5. If you don't understand what the core CPI is, click on the folder right here and it'll tell you exactly what it measures. It's a change in price of goods and services purchased by consumers. And when we're talking about core, we're excluding food and energy. Food and energy are pretty much our biggest costs, but this reading, the core, does not include that. To get the reading with the food and energy, we got to look at the next one. The next one is the CPI month over month. It's not including core. So this one, they're seeing a big decrease in the forecast, cut in half. It had previous was 0.6, and the forecast for the one including food and energy, they're saying that it went down over the last month. Gas prices maybe went down, energy prices went down. So they're cutting it in half to 0.3. So we'll see what this actual number is that comes out. And then finally, you get the bigger one, the core CPI year over year. So that's not just a monthly reading, it's an entire year. This time last year of the CPI. And they're looking at an increase year over year from 2.8 to 2.9, okay? And this can be very volatile for the markets because inflation and these numbers do affect the US dollar right away. And so whatever we're trading can be correlated with this. So we have to be careful. We also did a very informative blog regarding the CPI. I can go over it today or tomorrow or Wednesday, or you guys can go over it. I'll show you where it is. And it's a really good blog about how to trade CPI events, okay? And moving into Thursday, there is some news coming out of Europe at 8:15 a.m. Eastern, right before COMEX, regarding the main refinancing rate and the monetary policy statement. So it looks like they're increasing rates in Europe from 2.15% to 2.40. So this is the first time in a while across the world we're seeing increase in forecast of monetary rates and federal funds rates. We have FOMC coming up next week in the US. Right now it's tentative as a pause, but we'll see. Maybe they'll increase. Who knows? So we're seeing, starting in Europe, we're seeing refinancing rates looking in the forecast to increase. We'll see if this carries over to all over different countries around the world, okay? And also 8:30 a.m. on Thursday, we do have our core PPI month over month and our PPI. So that we first have our, on Wednesday, our CPI, which is Consumers Price Index, that's consumers inflation. Then we have producers and manufacturers over here. We also have our unemployment claims, our weekly unemployment claims that will be released on Thursday, and 30-year bond auction. So Thursday is also a volatile day. Then we finish off the week on Friday with some news coming out of UK, and then we move into the US, where we have our 10 a.m. US University of Michigan Consumer Sentiment Reports and our inflation expectations, okay? So the biggest days this week are Wednesday CPI and Thursday PPI, including our unemployment claims, okay? That's what we have on deck this week. And just some overall news. This was over the weekend, okay? So Iran and Israel trade missile attacks. in defiance of Trump. So markets were rattled as strikes come despite Trump's calls for both sides to stop fighting and give peace talks a chance. If you want to read the article, it's right there. US stock futures mixed as oil jumps amid Mid-East strikes. Okay, so anytime there's escalation in the Middle East, oil goes up in price, costs us more at the pump. If we did have a ceasefire, we would see oil prices going down. So we got to monitor that all week, okay? Stocks reel from a coming rate hike and brace for a huge IPO this week. What else we got going on? Gold extends loss as Israel-Iran clashes put Mideast truce at risk. Bitcoin down to 60,000 as Michael Saylor from MicroStrategy hints at buying right now. So Trump says the Fed increase would be wrong, again calls for a cut. So according to Trump, he did an interview the other day, and he was saying right now, well, with the job numbers that came out, they were pretty good job numbers. We shouldn't be, the market dumped on Friday because it's pricing in an FOMC hike due to the job numbers being excellent. And what Donald Trump is saying is, how can we have interest rates going up if job numbers are good? The rates should be decreasing. So we'll see on FOMC. Right now it's tentative as a pause, but we will see what happens, okay? That will be next week on the FOMC, okay? And NVIDIA's CEO says the sell-off in tech stocks is a buying opportunity. So you saw on Friday, some tech stocks were down 5 to 15%, and some of the big names, NVIDIA was down 6%. So it could be a buying opportunity at $200 a share from where it was trading at around $230. However, it could continue to slide and dip this week below $200. So you got to really monitor. You got to do a top-down analysis on NVIDIA and see where are those higher time frame areas of support, okay? But lots of news going on this week in the markets, and a lot of articles if you want to read on anything over here, okay? Guys, we did send out last week on Friday some signals, some trade ideas. This was one on shorting the Dow Jones. And it dropped for 250 points, and we were looking for volume to close below 51,112, which it did do. It got a bear flag below it, and you can look at the wicks. They are all rejected off of the point, creating lower highs and lower lows, and then we had a Friday sell-off. So it was nice if you were in sells on Friday on NASDAQ, on US30, on S&P 500, on gold. However, if you were trading opposite of the selling and thinking it's going to bounce and be a bullish day, or you were counter trading, you were in trouble. So you really got to watch how the trend is moving and trade with the trend as much as possible, okay? It's not easy, but you got to trade with the trend as much as possible. And we also had we got a short position right now coming out on gold, so we can watch this level together when we do our top-down analysis. This just came out just before the call here, about 15-20 minutes ago, to look to short below 4,300. Okay, so we'll watch this. Trend analysis, the chart displays a clear downtrend in gold with successive lower highs from 44.30 down to 42.70. Area over the visible session. Recent candles show a minor bounce from the lows, but remain capped below prior resistance zone. So trade setup, a short setup is favored with an entry of 4,300, targeting the next visible support at 42.70, then 42.50 for a 2-to-1 risk ratio using a stop above 43.20. So chart looks something like this. We could be looking for 4,300. It could bounce back up, but we got to watch 4,300 getting more volume to close below to continue to push down, maybe fill that wick, that bullish candle, and drop. But we'll do a top down together, okay? That's just one if you want to watch that just came out, okay? If you need trade ideas, trade signals, we do provide these at SST on Monday to Friday, okay, guys? And this is the free Telegram channel. There's 300 viewers. Thank you, guys. If you guys can kindly hit the like button right now and hit the subscribe, we do appreciate it. If you're not subscribed yet, here's all of our upcoming links to our YouTube that we have all week for you guys, so you guys can get them in here in this free Telegram channel. This is the CPI week blog that we just did for you guys. You can click on this and it's a free blog, very informative. I can go over it on today's call as well and just briefly, but you should be going over this on your own, and multiple blogs are available. They're all free for you guys. And this was the big giveaway. This was the who we gave it to last week. Shout out to BIP. This is their tag for YouTube for taking home the grand prize on the YouTube giveaway. They're scoring 3 months of SST premium access and a month of our AI trade ideas to help crush the market. So congratulations to BIP, and also congratulations to Tony Gold, who won the lifetime membership plan with SST that's valued at $2,500. Okay. And guys, thank you to everyone on the 100,000 subscribers as well. We do appreciate it. So this free Telegram is pinned at the top of YouTube for you guys. Please join it, and we'll have all of our giveaways in here. And this is how you can win membership plans with SST and other giveaways. So we'll be through this free Telegram channel. Okay, guys. If you want to join Stock Sniper Trading, we do have the 50% off promo right now on all premium plans. So you get the real-time trade alerts and signals for all those various securities. You get a deep dive analysis and all of the live sessions with myself and Dave, who does all the other private Zoom sessions throughout the week. And you get all of our education on the website, all the courses, webinars, boot camps, tutorials, everything are all on there as well. And you get the Discord private community to trade alongside fellow snipers, okay? Just use this code SSTJune50 if you're interested in joining Stock Sniper Trading, the private team. If you're not ready to sign up for this, no problem. Stick on YouTube and just subscribe to the channel, where you can be with us live on YouTube also every day. Okay, guys? And here's the blog right over here. So if you see the CPI week, what traders need to know about the upcoming Consumer Price Index CPI report is one of the most anticipated economic releases of the month. Whether you're trading indices, Forex, commodities, or individual stocks, CPI data has the potential to create significant market volatility and trading opportunities. Understanding how the market reacts to inflation data can help traders avoid unnecessary losses and position themselves for high probable setups. So this is the blog. You can click on it, and there's a lot to read on here. I'll read this blog as we come more approach to Wednesday for CPI, but this is a good one for you to go over because it talks about inflation, volatility, and trading opportunities. What is CPI? First of all, we need to learn what that is. Why CPI matters to traders. Potential market scenarios. This is really good. So scenario 1, if CPI comes in higher than expected, if inflation is hotter than the forecast, the US dollar may strengthen, treasury yields may rise, growth stocks may face selling pressure, gold may initially weaken, equity indices could experience sharp volatility. So that's what scenario 1 is. However, there's a scenario 2. If CPI comes in lower than expected, then we could expect this. And then finally, the third scenario is CPI meets expectations, and this is what could happen, okay? And then it talks about core CPI, previous revisions, the Federal Reserve commentary, and future inflation projections. And then finally, trading tips during the CPI week. Avoid over leveraging. That's pretty much across the board. That's common. Large economic releases can create unexpected price spikes in both directions. So CPI, PPI, NFP, FOMC, GDP reports could be very volatile. Many traders lose accounts because they increase position size, hoping to capitalize on volatility. Professional traders focus on protecting capital first. Wait for the initial reaction. Let them release the numbers and see how the volume moves. See if there's structural candles, see if there's any trend of volume, see if there's whipsaw action, if it's consolidating, all of these things. You don't need to trade right away, right before they release or at the release. You can wait 15 minutes after, okay? And reduce your position size trading these high volatile economic releases, okay? Focus on key levels, and stick to your trading plan. Try to avoid as much as possible. Avoid revenge trading, avoid FOMO, fear of missing out entries, avoid chasing candles, and avoid ignoring your stop loss. Okay, the best traders remain disciplined regardless of market volatility. And what we'll be watching is S&P 500, NASDAQ, the US dollar, gold, and treasury yields. Okay, so this is the blog available. You guys can go over it and read it in more detail. I just briefly went over it. I'll read this more as we get approach on Wednesday morning for the day, or sorry, Tuesday, the day before our CPI release. Okay, this is all available on our website on the free blogs. And finally, guys, let's get into this. Thanks to everyone who liked the channel. Please, right now, if you can kindly leave us a like, it helps us a long way. We do appreciate it here at SST, and keeps us motivated to continue to do this. And also subscribe to the channel. We are above 100,000 and we're on our way to, we got goals set for 200,000 to come in the near future. So thank you guys. And once again, we want to sincerely thank all of you guys who have contributed to this, have subscribed to this, have commented, have liked the stream, and have supported SST for the past 6 years. So thank you guys very, very much. We do appreciate it. Okay, guys, let's get into it. Let's do a top-down analysis on gold. I'm going to start on the higher time frames daily and then move down to the hourly. We'll see how things were trading over the open of the weekend and bring it back down to these 5 minutes. Okay, and if you're already in a trade, just please manage your risk as best as you can, and we will continue to see what's happening here. Okay, so that 4,300, that alert we have, it's nowhere near that right now. It's trading at 43.15, so we can continue to monitor that. Okay, and final, guys, I just want to say hello to everyone in Zoom. Good morning, good Monday. I hope everyone had a good weekend. Conrad, Christoph, welcome. Grace, Justin, thank you for joining. Denny, am I giving away World Cup tickets? Hell no. They cost too much. Denny, but June 16, guys, I will be going to the World Cup game between Ghana versus Panama. Okay, so I will be at that game. I probably will not have a streaming session that day because we got to go there really early because Toronto will be insane for the World Cup. But I wish I could give away tickets, but they're too hard to get. Mike, welcome. Good morning. Yusuf, thank you. Zizi, welcome. Nigel, Mr. Dennis, welcome, guys. And everyone on YouTube from the top, shout outs to you guys at the top. We got Maypor Yora, welcome. Dave St. Laurent, welcome. Thank you for joining. Justin, thank you for joining. S Lyrical and Mohammed, thank you for joining. Okay, everybody, let's get into this. And let's start off gold on the daily, okay? So let's get some key levels. Wow, okay, so some interesting things. The big body candle on Friday did close below our supporting level. So that is a structural candle. So we got a lot of work to do on our top down. So I hope, first of all, you guys did a little bit of top down analysis, maybe on the weekend, on Sunday morning, and you guys are ready, okay? But if you didn't, I'll help you with this. So first thing is our all-time high. Let's just acknowledge where it is. It's all the way up here, our all-time high. Let's just make it orange for Donald Trump's face over here. It's 5,600 all-time high, and I can see it's a lower high from there, lower high from there, lower high from there, lower high from there, and just continuing to push lower, okay? So that's our all-time high. We're nowhere near it. You can see how the price is moving away from it. Another key critical zone that we have is right over here, okay? So I'm marking it now as a yellow point of interest. Right over here, this 4840 area, you can see that there's a body, a body, a body, and wicks above. So the wicks above are telling me that there should be a zone right above there and stretching it into the future, okay? So you can see as well, we're nowhere near this zone, so it's continuing to push lower, okay? Now, this is where we had critical support right over here in the market for gold holding for a long time. Okay, you can see across in the past how long it's been holding there. And there's this zone right over here, which was previous all-time high back in October of 2025, which was the previous all-time high. Then we pushed down from it. And if you stretch it into the future, you can see right here at the end of December of 2025, the buyers of gold closed it above. That's when I flipped my zone green and stretch it into the future. Then you can see when we came back into it right into the new year, January 2nd, and we took off the new year 2026, that's when gold ran to the all-time high. And if we stretch this same similar zone, you can see that day it almost came in there. That was my birthday, Monday, February 2nd. You better believe I bought gold on my birthday, and it went right back up and I made some money. And now if I continue to stretch this zone into the future, you guys remember this day if you were trading with us on SST, that was Monday, March 23. That was the day that was going to be considered to be Black Monday in the markets, where it was all the way down there. That was one of the biggest bearish candles in a long time. However, at 7:03 a.m. Eastern, Donald Trump tweeted that everything in the Strait of Hormuz and Iran was A-OK. Those were his words. Everything is A-OK. Everything is good to go. And the market took that and reacted to his comment and came right back up, thinking that the markets were A-OK. They were, maybe for just a couple minutes when he tweeted it, and then it pushed up, came back down, double bottom, it came back up strong, and then the market saw, Iran is still having war with Israel, and there's no peace talks. Israel's now bombing Lebanon, and so then gold retraced all the way back down, and then again, Donald Trump said everything was A-OK, and it came back up, testing this, and nothing was A-OK. There was still ongoing war, and you can see now gold fizzled off, lost all of its momentum. We were consolidating for approximately 3 weeks in here, and then the final nail in the coffin was NFP Friday. So if we continue this now into the future, right, let's follow Friday's candle. That was NFP. You see it's like a Tetris piece. Black inside bar the day before, and then NFP completely just dropped. Again, good job numbers, 3 times more than the forecast. Great for the US dollar, not good for gold. And you can see how we came down and we closed below. Did we close below that yellow line? That's that structural point. Yes, we did. Okay. So first thing is, what we can do is, I'm just going to move that zone right there. I want to show you what we do with a structural candle, Friday's candle. Can we all get in a habit of doing this on structural candles? Grab our Fibonacci tool, go from the opening balance, 4,475, drag it down to the closing balance, which is 4,325, and you see where the 0.5 is, it's right at 4,400, okay? So what I'm gonna do is, you see this yellow line, that was from over here where I placed it, but now I'm gonna bring it up, right up to represent 50% of the black NFP candle, okay? So it's right at 4,400. Now my zone, the point of control zone, is the one level above 0.5 and the one level below, which is on the Fibonacci tool, it's either your 382 or your 618, and they can be reversed as well. If you have the 618 above, it doesn't matter. Just get the zone, make it red to represent Friday's selling pressure, that the sellers closed it below this structural point. And if it comes back to retrace in here, we can expect it to continue to push down, okay? But if the buyers come back up and close it above here, we'll flip that point of control green, and it could be inverted, and 4,400 could become support to take us back up, okay? So that is how it looks, right? See what I did? And now what I'm doing is I'm stretching it into the future, okay? 4,400. The yellow line, I'm gonna place an alert there. I'm right-clicking it, adding an alert. If it comes into that zone, I might be looking to sell it. So for example, if it comes in here like this, it could get rejected back down like that, right? The other option is, if the buyers bring it in there and it closes above, we change it to green because it could find support there, and then do something like that. But that's the point of control, which will determine whether the offers are there or the buyers are stronger to get through there. But it has not retraced back up to retest NFP's point of control, okay? So that's why I highlight it, and I give the emphasis on the sellers due to the volume-based candle and the trend, and it's got a high probability if it comes in there, the sellers will be offering to continue to push it down, okay? Now that zone that we had in the past, what I can do is I can kind of get rid of it, and what I can do is now focus more on the point of control, okay? So let's continue to follow the volume. So on Friday we came down and we closed right there. Let's figure out Friday's closing balance and how we opened today right there. There's our close and our open, okay? So we're right back at our basically opening price, okay? But when this candle opened, it was initially bearish, okay? It was black, took out Friday's wick, came all the way down, and that's our lowest point of the day, 4268. So we can mark up our lowest point of the day with a purple line representing our lowest point of the day. And then we look to the left to see, okay, what did we do? So see that big Donald Trump candle when it came down, that Black Monday when he tweeted? We only filled up to about that point of it, okay? There's still that much remaining. So we can add another yellow line at the bottom of that wick. So that's how much more we have to continue to fill if it continues to push down, right? We got to fill that wick. There's also in between this purple and this yellow line, there's some trading in the past that's happened and some structural points here. See the bullish candles where they came up and there's a pivot where it came back down. There's where it closed above again. And then you see how the pivot right here, resistance turned to support. So I could make one more point of interest like right here. I could bring it back up to those bodies as well. Maybe keep it where the bodies are. There's a body there, and a body there. And it kind of cuts the purple and that yellow line in half. So if we continue to push down, maybe if we come back down and we break today's low, maybe we come down and we test that support level. And maybe it finds support, comes back up. If it loses this, then we have a high probability we could fill back down to our next point of interest line, okay? So we can add alerts at each one of these successive points of interest. And if we come back up, you got a point of interest right here, the open of Friday's NFP. We got to retrace back up to there. And that's a nice psychological number of 4,475, okay? Let's just continue following our daily volume. So when we came down there, we made our lowest point of the day. Buyers stepped in, reversed the candle back up to the opening position. Then it actually flipped bullish where it was blue. And our highest point is 4355. And there's our highest point. And you can see we have not came back into that point of control, okay? The lower high right there, and sellers stepped in and pushed it right back down, and we're virtually right back down to the opening position, okay, guys? So I'm gonna now move into the hourly. If everyone on the call understands that top-down analysis on the daily, what I've just done right now, please hit the likes on YouTube and subscribe to the channel. It does help us out, and the likes also help me understand that you're understanding what's going on right here, okay? Because now when I move into the hourly, I'm going to do the same type of analysis, but just on the hourly and not daily, okay? So the trend, we can add a trend line as well if you want to add a trend. What is the trend? It's visually, it's trending down. Like if we look from the all-time high from right here, it went down, okay? Did it break all this? No. Then it came back up, and when it came back up, lower high, pushed it with a new lower low. Did it break all this? No. When it came back up, that's a higher low, there was this lower high, and look at now, we're breaking the structure, but have we created a new lower low? We got to fill that wick, and then we'll create a new lower low. Then our next point, big supporting level is right here for gold. You see right there was the double bottom. You can clearly see that W, and that's what took that level up. So 39.20 is that big supporting level. Okay, we're nowhere near that right now, but maybe we get down there in the next couple of weeks. Who knows? Okay, so let's follow now. I want to know on the hourly, when was the lowest point of the day? What was the highest point of the day? Right now, I don't know. Right now, I just see a daily candle and how it moved. Now, when I go to the hourly, I can see more things. There it is right there, Friday. Remember this candle? That was NFP. Big structural hourly candle, closed below everything. Did it come into that point of control of that hourly candle? It did not. It was a lower high, and that's the candle we sold at 9 a.m. And it came back down. Look at the buyers counter buying, and did it go up? Did it close above anything? Did it get up to 50%? No, just continue to push down. Again, buyers came in right there. Sunday, this was when the market opened. You can see right before the futures market, it came right back up, and look at what it tested right there. 50% of that hourly candle And there was the rejection, and there it pushed it back down. Now I can see at 1 a.m. is when we created our lowest point of the day, and it came back up, rejected back down. It came almost to test the lowest point of the day again at 5 a.m. So this is after London market opens. There's London, 3 a.m. And we've been pushing up bullish since then, 6 a.m. And look at 7 a.m. 7 a.m. now, this hourly candle that's going to close in 30 minutes may close above our yellow point of interest, okay? And create that as support to continue to drive up to the highest point of the day and maybe even higher, okay? So right now, do we have hourly support in the market? Yes. Look at right here. There's an hourly support structure being created at around 42.88. How do I know that? Because there's a body and a body holding, and now wicks are retesting it, and they're all wicks from the lowest point of the day, creating a higher low and a higher low and a higher low, continue push up. But it's still counter trading. Why? Because we have lower high there, a big red block up there. So it could just come right back up, and then they could push it right back down. So the highest point of the day, look, there's hourly resistance. You can even draw an hourly red zone right there, right down to the bodies. Right there, there's bodies. It came in there, rejected bodies. So if we're coming back in there, that could be where it comes up and gets rejected back down. There's our hourly resistance right below the daily high. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is break this down into the 5 minutes, right? This candle hasn't closed yet. There's still 27 minutes left on it. So I can't cut it in half. I can't figure out the point of control until it officially closes, right? But what we can do is go into the 5 minutes, and now the 5 minutes can more clearly show me the exact time now. When we hit the lowest point of the day was 1:35 a.m. Eastern, and then we continue to push up. Here's London market open, where it came a little bit up. Then it retraced all the way back down. And look at that big bullish engulfing candle. Structural candle as well, closed above everything, right at 5:35. So you see how they held it from breaking the lowest point of the day. So what I can see is 5 minute support is holding right there at the lowest point of the day. And if I stretch it into the future, I can see we're nowhere near it. There's my hourly support. The 5 minute candles are continuing to get up. So the 5 minute candles now, that first one at 7:15 is the first one that's closed above that daily point of interest since back Sunday night all the way over here, where it just lasted for a few minutes and then dropped down. So are we building off of this? You can see now it's retested, and still bullish. So this 5 minute volume may have enough momentum to get to the bottom of our red zone, which is 43.43, and maybe at the highest point of the day is 43.55. Okay, there could be a retracement come back down. We could potentially look to sell it if it comes back below, closes below the yellow, and uses yellow as resistance to continue to push down and maybe trade back down to this volume right over here, or maybe even our hourly support, or maybe the lowest point of the day. Okay, so right now it's bullish on the hourly and on the 5 minutes. And we've just closed above this daily point of interest, okay? So now to complement the chart, I'm going to add some indicators, okay? Common ones. So a common indicator that a lot of us are familiar with is the 9 EMA. That's this thick green line right here. So you can see that the short-term 5 minute volume is above the 9 EMA, which is bullish. It may come back down to retest this and look to hold as support, okay? And then another indicator that we use is this 200 EMA. So this is more of the higher time frame 200 bar EMA. And you can see that we just closed above it with some short-term 5 minute volume just now. So the 9 EMA, if it creeps over the purple line, it can be called a golden crossover and continue to be bullish, okay? But sometimes fake outs happen at this location, and you can see we were below the purple 200 EMA all the way right there. That's when 825 and an NFP started. So we have not, that was the most recent retracement back up there. They rejected it down. That was the first time we've touched the 200 EMA and closed above it right now, okay? So we'll see how long it lasts. Will it continue to build and turn even more bullish, or will it come back down? Okay. And then another indicator is the SST daily bar indicator. If you guys sign up with us, this is another indicator that you guys get. This is custom to us, and you can change the bigger candle on any time frame. I can put this on the daily, 4-hour, hourly, 30-minute, 15-minute, anything above the time frame that I'm trading, just to see. We'll keep it on the 15-minute. We've been doing that all last week. So we know that a new 15-minute candle is going to open in 10 minutes. So we can watch the 15 minutes, okay? Please stop spamming, guys, in the YouTube. We do appreciate it. Just please stop spamming, okay? And hit the likes. Subscribe to the channel. We almost have 700 viewers, and we're going to continue to watch this. Good morning, Dale. Welcome. Mike, welcome. Thanks, guys. Okay, so we could be flagging right now up here. See, I also like to see too if I see like a big bullish candle like that. It happened at 5:35, and I like to go back on Financial Juice and look at 5:35. Was there any news? So at 5:35, some news came out. Israel military official, IDF is prepared for a range of options in Iran from several days to as long as it takes. And then Trump also said something. Israel and Iran must immediately stop shooting. Okay, and that was all happened at 5:35, and when that big bullish candle printed. Okay, does that have anything to do with it? Probably not, but it's nice to look. If you see a big black candle or a big blue candle or a massive rejection in the market, then and you have news alongside of you, it's good to just double check. Did that candle, was it caused by that news or not, right? So it doesn't hurt to look. Antoine, good morning. How can you get the SST indicators? Just open up a ticket on Discord, and one of us will help you out. An admin, myself or Dave, will help you out, and we can get you set up with those, okay? Serious Blackness, welcome. Great analysis. Okay, thank you. Good. At least I got through to one person. That made my day. Okay, I don't think I'm going to get through to 650 viewers, but if I can get through to one and understood the analysis, makes my day complete. Radis, that's the most interesting market analysis I've heard. No stupid smart money slangs and so on. No, we keep it simple over here. We just take it from the top-down analysis, from the highest time frames, markup. You see, like I know that the yellow line is a daily point of interest. I know the white line is an hourly point of interest. I know I have zones, right? No big names of what I couldn't use institutional names, but it is confusing. So we kind of try to eliminate that. We try to keep it very simple, okay? For everyone, right? Trading can be very difficult as it is. And then if we overcomplicate it with other institutional names, and yeah, we can make it more confusing. So let's try and keep trading on the simple side. It makes life easier. Amazing, guys. So you've been benefiting from our analysis, Mayporio. Thank you. We appreciate it, okay? All we ask, guys, we will be here every single day with you guys. Just like the channel and subscribe if you're not subscribed already, and like it. That does help a long way, okay? Thank you guys so much. We're getting historic levels of new viewers coming on, and we're trending at the top of YouTube for live trading and analysis. So hard work is paying off here at SST, and we do appreciate it. We want to find more traders around the world, and you guys can help us, right? It's you guys that get us out there. Dave and I and SST can only do so much. You guys sharing the video, liking the video, commenting, subscribing, you guys are what gets us trending. So we want to say thank you to you guys. Okay. And yes, to all the new members out there that just subscribed, we do trade live with you guys. Okay. But we also wait for good setups, right? We don't want to just trade any candle. Okay. So we do trade with you guys. Okay. But all we ask is just please trade with proper risk management. Okay. That's it. Yes, Sahana, welcome. You're new to the group. Our signals posted all day as soon as they become available. Yes. So if we go over here to the signal channel, you can see that this one was just posted at 6:56 a.m. Eastern. So that's the one on commodities section. Okay. And if any others come up, they'll come up in here. Okay. As throughout the day, depending on market conditions. Okay, so what we got to watch for now is like we've got a daily point of interest yellow line, we've got a 200 EMA, and we got a 9 EMA. And the volume on the 5 minutes is above all of these right now, okay? So it could break, you know, like do something like this and come back up and then still be bullish and drive up there. Or it could break technically right now and close below all of this. Could be a black candle that closes below and then it can maybe come back up to retest this, then continue to drop down, okay? So we're at a very critical level right here. And it's still holding this 4323, 4325 area, okay? I'm just going to check my spreads on gold. If I do take a trade, let's see what we got. 0.5, that's a good spread. I like that. Amazing. Cibulo, sorry if I mispronounced your name. My apologies. You're a new trader from South Africa. We have helped you out a lot, my brother. I hope you help us all grow. I hope so too, okay? I can only do so much. You guys gotta do a little bit of work too. So please, guys, when I'm saying lower your risk when we're trading, that's how we learn together, okay? Because that's the best way. If you over leverage and you take a trade in it and you go and draw down of 10, 15, 20, 30 pips, you're probably going to panic and you're not going to allow the trade to develop. So please lower the risk. And that's how you can become a better trader and learn and gain more experience. So we're here to help you guys. Okay. We're on your team. We're all on one team here. We'll help you as much as we can, but sometimes you guys got to help yourself out too by using proper risk management when you're trading, okay? Because a disclaimer is we do take losses on these sessions as well, okay? Just because I'm on YouTube doesn't mean I'm a 100% trader. I do take losses as well. But when I take my losses, I'm not blowing up my account. Okay, that's the difference between me and maybe some other traders. So if I'm risking, let's say 1% of my account today, even if I was to lose my whole 1%, it's still not the end of the world for me. It sucks. It's a losing day, but I can recover that. So, but also with that 1% risk, I don't need to place it all on one trade right now. So I can now divide, let's say I'm going to take 4 trades today. I might take one now. I might take one on Wall Street. Maybe I'll take another trade later after the call after Wall Street. And maybe I'll save another trade for the end of the day during power hour. So that's my 4 trades, right? So if I'm trading with 1%, 4 trades, then each trade is a 1/4%. So even if I now allocate 1/4% to this gold trade, if I take one and I lose it, it's still not the end of the world. I can still recover. I still have 0.75%, 3 more trades to recover that one trade that I just lost. And that's how I can learn if I make a mistake. That's how I can slowly grow my account on positive trades. And that's how you can remain disciplined in the markets. I hope that helps, okay? Let's see what's going on in the Discord commodities section. Morning. Best Mike, welcome. Forex Borgs, good morning. Welcome. What are we looking at, guys? Chris, good morning. I was waiting for 42.60, but went with the move. Size down. Nice profits, Chris. Now that's some good tea. Whatever you guys are drinking over there. I'll flip-flop from back to the commodities section, but I also want to leave it on our breaking news. So if you guys are writing anything in the Discord, I'll come back in here. But first, we got to also monitor our news. Because Monday mornings can be where they do a lot of breaking news. And Donald Trump could be talking. Okay, and just a reminder, guys, you guys know at 8:20 a.m. Eastern is the COMEX market open. Some people say COMEX, some people say COMEX. It doesn't matter, okay? It's like potato, potato, tomato, tomato. COMEX, COMEX, whatever you want to call it, okay? Just understand, whatever it's called, at 8:20 a.m. Eastern is the metals exchange open, and that creates volatility, okay? Someone says, Ron, it's COMEX. Ron, it's COMEX. I don't give a shit if it's COMEX or COMEX, okay? Just know that at 8:20 a.m., it could get volatile. That's it. Okay, some people say tomato, some people say tomato. Some people say potato, some people say potato. Whatever you call it, okay? We got to now watch because the 5-minute volume is now pushing down below our daily point of interest at our 200 EMA and 9 EMA. So right now we got to see, will it collect a wick? Will it come back up and close above this? Or is it going to close below? Okay, this is where it's finding its neckline now. Dave, Saint Laurent, in French, it's tomate et petate. Sounds more like Albanian too. We say domate, domate, like with a D, domate. Guys, amazing. 800 viewers. This is excellent, guys. Thank you guys so much. If you guys can hit the like button, maybe we can get 1,000 viewers. Am I Albanian? Yes, I am Albanian. Guys, some Albania is in the news right now. Let me just real quickly talk about Albania. We have this beautiful, beautiful uninhabited island I've been to, Sazan. It is gorgeous there. The water is turquoise. It's where flamingos, it's their habitat down there. It's untapped land. And guess who's going over there right now trying to say that they just discovered it? This has been part of Albania land for over 500 years. Like it's very historical. And Ivanka Trump and her corrupt husband, Jared Kushner, went over there and they want to buy it for $1.4 billion and create their resorts and all their bullshit business opportunities there. And now the people down there are protesting, and not like when we get a protest here in Canada or the US with some signs and things like that. These guys are actual protesters. Like this is their land. This is where their ancestors are from, and they're putting the politicians' houses on fire, the government buildings on fire, and they're making them think, if you're gonna think that you're gonna invest or buy this land, you're gonna have to deal with this shit for for years to come. So I'm proud of our Albanians. Don't let these pieces of shit billionaire Zionists take over this land because they will just ruin and destroy the land with all of their bullshit games that they play. So I'm proud of all of our Albanians out there. Continue protesting and get these pieces of shit off of our land. I hope more people around the world can do this if these people come to your land, where they think that they can just, and she says, Ivanka Trump, oh, I went there on vacation and I discovered this land. What are you talking about? That's been there for over 500 years to the Albanians. So don't go to Saranda either. No, Danny, Saranda's beautiful. Tourists, we welcome tourists, but don't come there and say that this is your land that was promised to you 500 years ago. No, it wasn't. These people will not sit there and take that from you. Good luck. Good luck building on it, because you start construction, it'll be on fire the next day. And then, then you're going to have to go build again, and it will be torn down and on fire the next day again. You should see, guys. Have I smoked anything today? No, no. This is just in the news. You were promised this live session 3 years ago? Yeah. Okay, guys, we got to get serious here. That's what I was just looking at. Like, to see it, when it came down there, see how we got a wick and it rejected off the 9 EMA, the 200 EMA, and it's closing back above the daily point of interest. So it's still considered bullish. You see, we have a little bit of now support being created right here. Okay, but we're also going into 8 a.m. in the next 8-9 minutes. Okay. So let's see if it continues to hold up here. Maybe we'll push back up, or it will close below here. So far, there is some support being created at this daily point of interest. And guys, also everyone's asking me, Ron, where's that silver play button? Because you guys got 100,000 subscribers. It's on hold right now. The count is on, like, they investigated it for a week or whatever, make sure everything is okay. There was a couple strikes that we've had in the past, which are under review. So I've said a lot of things on this channel. So we're under review. I don't know if they'll give us our silver play button due to those strikes. I hope that's not the situation. If it is, then YouTube is corrupt just like any other platform as well. We've worked our asses off here, streaming for 6 years, helping people around the world learn a financial skill. And yes, I do say some stupid things about Trump and politicians and all of that. But yeah, if we don't get that play button, you guys know why. It's okay. I'll make my own out of white gold. I don't need their silver play button. I'll go custom make it with a couple ounces of gold, and it will be white gold, and I'll wear it around my necklace. I'll look like Flavor Flav with it on. I'll put a spinner on it, and we'll spin it. Yeah, after the Z word, Ron ain't getting that button. Yeah, probably. That's what it is. Don't use the Z word. Yeah, fuck them. I'll make my own. You guys are correct. Me and Dave will go to the jeweler. We got enough white gold that we've been accumulating, and we'll make that into a white gold play button. Okay, so we're still holding good support, guys. And we're going into 8 a.m. in 5 minutes. So let's see if it continues to hold up here. And you know, candles got jobs to do, so they got to continue to fill these wicks, maybe close above 43.30, maybe to continue to move up to this bigger red block. And the highest point of the day is right there. But we'll see if it continues to push down going into 8 a.m. And then we have COMEX market at 820, okay? So it's still consolidating. Like, if I was to trap this flag right here, we're still just flagging right here. Still considered to be bullish. The yellow line is the day higher low. No, the yellow line is a daily point of interest. This purple line up here is the highest point of the day. Where did I get this yellow line from? Let's go back to the daily and we can figure this out, okay? So there's that yellow line. It's the opening balance of today's candle. So you see there was Friday's candle, the big Friday NFP selling day. It closed right there, and you see the yellow line, that's our opening balance. So what I'm seeing is, see the daily candle, it's a big spin top with a little bit of bullish volume. So I want to see, is that blue volume going to continue to hold and drive the wick, or is it going to lose it and then come back down black? So I would wait till 8 a.m. because we're moving into a new hourly candle, and it could really move this candle. But you see exactly what I'm looking at, that opening position of the daily. And when I go to the 5 minutes, that's this yellow line right here. So you see how the short-term 5-minute volume is just consolidating above the opening balance, and maybe we'll go back below it. But there's where it kind of opened, right? You can see where it opened. We can go into Sunday at 6 p.m. right here, 1800. There's where it opened, okay? Just came up, pushed back down, double bottom. That's where it drove up to the highest point of the day, and then it dropped back down, closed below it. And you see we've been below that yellow line since there, lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high. And then it bounced off the bottom right there and came up. So this is where it's closing above it for the first time in a while. But that's the opening balance. I can even write on it. Let's write on it. So if other traders come in, we'll go to text. We can write here is opening daily. Oops, daily opening balance. Like the open. You know how a candle has an OHLC, an open, high, low, close? That's our open of the candle, okay? We'll just write it right over here. So we know that this yellow line is the opening balance. So it's technically bullish above it right now, okay? And now we're going into 8 a.m. in the next 3 minutes. That's also last year's close. Oh, really? Last year's close? Wow. And we'll also do NASDAQ in a moment. So NASDAQ is also bullish. Right, like when I say bullish, it's bullish, but overall, like Friday was a big selling day, so it could be just a little bit of a bounce. Even Bitcoin is bouncing. Remember Bitcoin, it's at almost trading at 64,000. It's trading at 63,300, but had a big drop. Everything dropped on Friday. So these could be like minor bounces, which are not bad for intraday trading or intraday buying. A lot of things are green in the pre-market right now. Well, they were all red on Friday, but MicroStrategy is up almost 5% pre-market. NVIDIA is up 2.25%. What else we got? Some quantum computing securities are up 4% in the pre-market. Pretty much everything is green right now, but a lot of securities were down 5, 10, 15, 20% on Friday. So even if they're up, like Micron is up 7%. SMCI is up 6%. So semiconductors are up on that big hit. So nice little dip buy, but we'll see more so when Wall Street market opens at 9:30, how it reacts to all of this, okay? Is anyone in a trade right now? Is anyone trying to short gold? Is anyone in a buy on gold? Are you in the sidelines on gold? What's everyone's situation right now? Karina, you're on the sidelines. Okay, so let's wait more so for 8 a.m. to open up. Bobby, sidelines. Tommy, you're on a long. Pawanda, selling gold. Some of you guys are no trade right now. Okay. Country, you got a short from 93. Justin, nice. You're done for the day. You long Dow in London. Yeah, you're getting up really early for the London market. That's great. How is the volume trading in London, Justin, for Dow? Slow at times with big impulse moves. Yeah, I remember London had those moves. Okay, so this is 8 a.m. now, okay? It opened bearish, ignited. Look at it, okay? So that candle did come up. Did it break that high? No, but it closed above the structure. And then right away, 8 a.m. opens with a bearish, ignited candle, okay? So it came down. It's getting some wick. Will it come up, flip, and turn blue and fill those wicks and drive a little further up? Yep. Let's see if it, okay, so there it flipped. So now the candle should turn blue and backfill those wicks and continue to create a new high, okay? And when I say it should, like technically break that and create a new high right there. And then when it goes, let's measure to the left of our chart. Where's our next? So this volume trading right here at 2100. It was a head and shoulder pattern. You see, like that was the head that broke out. Then there's where it pushed right back down. So we're tracing pretty much right back up to this location, okay, to see if it will continue to hold up there. Okay, this supporting zone will continue to stretch into the future. And if you watch this RSI indicator, I know some of you guys use it, you can see now we're getting into the overbought range. Above anything above 70 or above is considered to be overbought, okay? So it's not 100% guaranteed that any time it's above 70 that it sells. Sometimes it's above 70 and it continues to squeeze. So what we got to watch for is more so the volume, how it closes. Will it engulf anything? Will it close black back into this box, then break down, or is it building up here to continue to drive a little further, okay? So that candle impulsively broke out, which it did its job. It created a new high. However, it got rejected up there, and now it's coming back down, consolidating right here with 3 minutes to go into the close. Wow, TJMR, you closed for 1100 profit on a buy. Good for you, man. Some of you guys are buying from 42, 80, and 89. Excellent. That's good trading. Good for you guys. Okay, so we got some Israeli sources here. Netanyahu and Trump spoke on Monday. Trump and Netanyahu spoke a short time ago, and Iraq reopens its airspace. That's what's going on just right now with this news. Guys, thank you guys so much. We have 1,000 viewers on YouTube. Thank you guys. If you guys can kindly hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. We do appreciate you guys. We broke 100,000 on Friday, and we're going to have more giveaways for you guys this week, okay? And please, guys, join this free Telegram. It's pinned at the top of YouTube. This is the free Telegram that gets you in all of the giveaways. It has the free YouTube link, so you can join us every single day live. Blogs. This is a CPI blog we did for you guys this week. And all of the promotions. Congratulations again to BIP who won it on Friday, and also Tony Gold who won the lifetime plan with us. We're going to be giving more and more giveaways, guys. We're also going to have a prop firm giveaway coming up this week or next week. So join that free Telegram, guys, and that's how you can enroll in receiving this. And we hope to give a few of these things away every single week to help you guys out. Since you guys are supporting us, we want to give back to you guys as well. Okay, so this candle now is going to close in 45 seconds. Okay, so now it's a bearish candle coming down. Will it close below 50% of that blue volume? Will it close engulfing it? Is that a fake out? Is it going to continue push down? And then we're 15 minutes away from the COMEX market open. Amazing. Todd, thank you for that. All the work these boys put in for us for free is mental. Hats off to Uncle Ron and Dave and the boys. Thank you, bro. That means a lot to us. We do put a lot into this. We want to give back free education to everybody on YouTube. It doesn't cost you anything. All it costs is a like and a subscribe, what we tell you guys. we're here with you guys every day, helping out as much as we can. Okay, but you see how it came back down and closed again right above there. Now we're opening bullish ignited. So it wants to continue to push up, and a bullish ignited candle opens very, very strong. You guys know that. So its job to do is to fill that wick, and it briefly failed there. It was bullish ignited and it came up, and now it's got a lower high and a lower high. So the black volume could come back down and consolidate back into our zone right here. Going into COMEX, and then maybe they might push the market down, okay? However, if the buyers can continue to bid it back up, we'll see if it closes near here. Maybe COMEX will have another bullish breakout, okay? Kira, is it okay to trade US30 and NASDAQ in Europe time? It's okay. Justin is doing really well trading the Dow Jones when London market opens up. You can focus more on the DAX, DAX, which is German 30, German 40, the German stock market. That's a good index to trade during London hours as well, and European hours. But however, if you want to trade NASDAQ and US30, it does move as well during the European hours. But what I would do, Kira, is kind of backtest it, maybe for the last 2 weeks, see how NASDAQ or US30 is trading during European markets, London markets. Pay attention to it. Do you see, does it trend? Like how Justin said, it makes big impulse moves. And then learn how to trade off of that. However, if you want to focus more on a European security, the German index, German 30, 40, or DAX, it might be listed, DAX, is a great security trade during Europe as well. You kind of want to pick an index geared towards the session. So if I was trading Europe, I would maybe focus on DAX. If I was trading New York, I would focus on NASDAQ and US30. If I was trading during the Asian markets, I would focus on the Nikkei. You know, I would focus more on the stock market geared towards the session. Okay, so you see, guys, we got a push down, okay, new lower low created. So we might be coming back into this zone, and coming in 8 a.m. might break down. However, it could just come down, find support, and go back up. So it's still kind of consolidating, right? I don't want to rush a trade right now. We're 12 minutes away from COMEX, and we're still inside here. I'm not in a trade right now. I will verbally tell you guys, everybody. So just so we're clear, you will verbally hear me tell you guys I'm in a trade, okay? I'll tell you exactly where I place my stop loss. I'll tell you exactly where my TP is. I'll manage the trade. I'll tell you when I go to break even. I'll tell you when I'm taking out 80%. Guys, you will verbally hear me tell you everything, okay? I'm live, I'm transparent. I'll show you everything. Okay, but right now I'm on the sidelines. I'm currently waiting. Mister, am I in a trade? I'm not in a trade right now. I just said that, guys. You guys got to pay attention, okay? I'm not in a trade. However, I was saying that others are in a trade right now. Okay, so it's still bullish. You see how it came down. Look at now how the 9 EMA is diverging away from the 200. It's got a higher low, and it just created another higher high. So it is still technically bullish. It's still building, okay? But now we got some consolidating candles like spin tops, okay? So we're struggling right here for buyers to continue to advance it up because we got sellers now in the market, and there's some indecision, which is normal going into COMEX in the next 10 minutes. Oh, Tony Gold, good morning. You got your email fixed? Can't wait to start learning with SSD. Guys, another congratulations to Tony Gold, who won the lifetime plan with us, and he will be welcomed in the Discord, and we can't wait to have you on the team, Tony, and help you with your trading. We know how well you're doing already and how much you're learning on YouTube, but now we want to take it a step forward and help you take your trading to the next level. So congratulations, Tony, again. And we'll have more giveaways, guys, coming up, okay? Okay, so you see a rejection coming back down. So you see, like, this is like how I start a little bit of a red zone right here. You can start to see that the buyers are struggling in this area right here. Okay, it came up, got rejected back down. But when it hit the opening balance and the 9 and the 200 EMA, it came right back up, had impulse, and it could come back down in here. So this is our resistance on the 5 minutes. We're still having difficulty closing above 43.34 up here, and maybe potentially it will come back down. And now we're about 9 minutes away from COMEX, okay? Is there other giveaways? How do you join? You join this free Telegram. Join the free Telegram. It's pinned at the top of YouTube, and this is where we give all of our giveaways, okay? So the one that BIG won, he did this one where we did on Friday, where you had to just sign up for the free Telegram. That's step 1. That's what I'm trying to show you. And also subscribe to this AI trade ideas. So he won 3-month premium plan and the 1-month trade ideas just because he entered here, and it's all on the free Telegram. And this is where you get all the giveaways. Okay, guys? So it's pinned at the top of YouTube for you guys. And thanks, guys, for subscribing. We're over now 100,000, well over it, with 200 to go. So it's amazing, guys. We're super excited about this. And all summer, guys, so you guys know, we're dedicating summer to this New York hours. So every Monday will be 7 a.m. Eastern to 10 a.m., which we're doing today, every Monday going forward. And then Dave comes in. If you go to our website and you see Dave's trading schedule, Dave trades Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. He does 8 a.m. to 10 a.m., COMEX and Wall Street. And then us, we will be coming in on Zoom and YouTube following Dave at 11 a.m. post-New York to 1 or 2 p.m., depending how his volume. If it's good volume, we'll stay later. But we're going to do Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, 11-2. And also any FOMCs, we will have a live FOMC, and any NFP, we will be live on NFPs, just so everyone knows the schedule for the next 3 months. So all June, July, and August, and going into September. Then we'll monitor. If it's good, we can continue that. If not, we'll go back to how we were doing 2 weeks in New York, 2 weeks in Tokyo, and go back to that, okay? But we really want to do this over the summer, and I think it will be good for everybody. We stay consistent with the same hours, and we'll do really well. Okay, so now you see it's got rejected, coming back down. So you see how it's coming back down to potentially retest this location again. Now we're 6 minutes out from COMEX, okay? So you can see that the buyers are struggling up here. Looks like those were equal highs, right? Tweezer top highs at 4,334, and now they're pushing it back down. So we're right back into the neutral consolidated zone where the buyers could bring it right back up. However, we could see a first black bar close below here and further push down, okay? And that's where maybe we look to continue to sell the market. This could be like a double top, how it came in. There's the neckline, there's the second top, and there's the M. So what we got to see is a break, maybe impulse, maybe it closes below there. If it comes back up, we make this zone red, back to that opening position. Then the daily bar is turning black and could continue to push down and trade into this blue candle or more into that structure right there. If it comes all the way down to that white line, we know 4288 is an hourly support, okay? Now you see how it's coming down. So let's follow this candle in 1 more minute. Where and how will it close? Okay, and look at the 15-minute candle now flipped as a shooting star, and it is closing as well in 40 seconds because it's 8:15. So a new 15-minute candle will be opening as well. So look at the 15-minute candle. It's right back down to the opening daily position. This is interesting. And this is a big body candle, which we can cut in half because if it comes blue, blue, blue and gets rejected at halfway, it could continue push down depending if there's no wick. Okay, it could also open ignited black and just start pushing down. And we're, I like this. Yeah, there's the ignited bar. Okay, so it opened right at this position, the daily, the purple 200 EMA. So if it does come back up blue, 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 let's see if it gets rejected at about 50% of that black candle. So if it comes up blue, 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 maybe we'll get a wick and continue to go back down. If it comes blue, blue, blue and closes above here, then we might go back up. But right now it's ignited and there's a short wick. So it could pop and just start dropping down. And potentially to fill this wick right there of this candle that opened black, 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 tested 50% right there at 43.12 and went right back up. So this is 4 minutes right before COMEX. So sometimes we got to be careful. If you go in a sell, yes, it could bleed out, but then it could just open blue and come right back up right when COMEX market opens. So as much as I want to hit the sell button right now, sometimes I get into trouble when I trade the candle right before COMEX. It's happened to me multiple times on this call. So I'm going to continue to wait for this body to close. Okay, because I remember last week during a COMEX 5 minutes before, I took a trade. And then right when COMEX opened, it went opposite from me. So I don't want to go through that again. I'd rather wait for this candle to officially close. Okay, so you see it broke. It's got a wick. Will it flip that body blue? Okay, that's okay. So it flipped blue. So remember it opened ignited black and came down. We're right at that daily opening position yellow line. So if you look at the daily candle, look at where we're at. This is the daily candle. Okay, it's a massive spin top with a lot of indecision. Remember, it opened, it sold off, made the lowest point of the day, came back up, then it was bullish to the highest point of the day, and now we came back down. And look at where the volume is. Right before COMEX, we're right back to the opening position. So it's got a 50% chance it could go down and a 50% chance it could go up. That's what a spin top candle is. So that's why when we're looking at on the 5 minutes, this is what we're seeing. We're seeing it where it just went up above the yellow line, came back, retested it, went above, double top, and now it's trading below it and could push down, okay? But we have to be careful, okay? It's still kind of consolidating, still choppy, but we're right back to the opening balance. From the open of 6 p.m. to now, like 6 to 6 is 12 hours. So it's been like 14 hours where we're right back to the opening position. And here's going into the close in 2 minutes and walking right into COMEX. Thank you guys, almost 1,200 viewers. This is excellent. Thank you guys so much. We appreciate you guys. You guys liking, subscribing, sharing the video in your trading communities really is helping us out. We do appreciate it. Thank you guys. I hope to keep this momentum up and more. Okay, so you see how it came down, right? Impulse coming right back up blue. So this is why I have cutting it in half to see if it will get rejected back down at the halfway or close above it. But we're still technically right inside that neutral zone again. This is not the best volume to be trading, okay? It's just going up, back down, coming back up. What do we think? Let's have a little poll. 1 minute to go. Do you guys think it's going to be bullish, COMEX market open and come through there? Or do you guys think it's going to be bearish, COMEX market and come back down there? Those are options. Bullish or bearish? What do you guys think? A lot of you guys bearish, 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 bearish. Oh, wow. Everyone is bearish on YouTube. Bearish Mike? Bullish Bruce? Okay, well, it looks like bears, screen up bearish. Okay, it looks like bears are outnumbering the bulls right now. So we got to see either a impulse push down or a black candle come back and close below there, okay? I see now some of you guys are bullish, bullish, bullish. It doesn't surprise me. It's like where we're right back at the opening candle of is a spin top, and so it is, like I said, a coin flip to be bullish or bearish, unless we start to see some more closing volume, bull volume closing above here, black volume closing below there. It could maybe dictate the direction. But here we go. Here's COMEX. So it opened black ignited coming down. So got a wick again, holding at the green box at the yellow line. It came back up, but didn't flip blue to come back up. So it's still black. This could be, you know, a Tetris piece where it's black inside blue bar, and then the black bar continues come down, fill that wick, and continue to drop. But again, if we take that trade, it's trading on impulse, right? Because I don't see a black candle that is officially closed below there as of yet, okay? So if you do take a sell, you're technically trading on impulse. And you see when it came down, it got support again. Now coming up, now it's testing 50% of the previous black candle right there. See how momentarily it's still holding that 50%. Okay, so we're just consolidating near the low. Could be a bear flag that will continue to drop down. So you see right there how we held 50%? That's what I mean. Always cut a candle in half if there's volume, right? Now it came back to the opening balance of the 5-minute candle and regrouped, got some more pending buyers, and then broke through impulsively from there, okay? But we're still technically still trading in this neutral zone. We haven't really moved anywhere as of yet. Which broker do I use? I use broker Fusion Markets. Fusion Markets are located out in Australia. Okay, and also guys, take a look at your spreads, because sometimes when COMEX market opens, spreads, yeah, see my spread has now gone to 1.0. So it's fluctuating. I like to trade when it's 0.5. Right now it's at 1.0. Okay, so you see it's bullish, coming right back up. Still did not break down here, so still holding. Now we got to see where it will close. 2 more minutes. Will it fill these wicks? Will it continue to break out of here bullish? Bobby, when I get a chance, can I look at NASDAQ? I will. I'm going to do a top-down analysis on NASDAQ. Right now, it's still bullish. Okay, that's a structural bar. We're holding above that and continue. Maybe a double top up here, but I will get to NASDAQ in a moment. Okay. Just let's watch where gold will close during this COMEX. Okay, so you see again, it came up right up to that red box, got rejected back down. The volume is still below that red line. Okay, remember we judge a candle how it closes. Guys, please stop spamming. It's annoying. SST indicator is not available on TradingView. I understand it's not. It's if you sign up with us, you get it. That's yes, I understand that. It's not available. When you sign up with SST, then all indicators that we create are available to you, all scanners, everything, all of our indicators, alongside with all the signals, the education, the live sessions, the everything. We'll give you the shirt off our back if you sign up with us. We'll give you whatever we got. I'll give you the lint out of my pockets. If I go in my pocket right now, it's just full of lint. My kids have taken all my money out of my pockets. When I sleep, they go in my pockets and they take all my money. Israel's halting strikes in Iran due to Trump's request. Yeah, right. Trump has requested for the past couple months, and Israel doesn't even care. Doesn't even listen to him. They just keep attacking. We'll see. We'll see if that's the truth. They might stop for 30 seconds. A 1-minute ceasefire until they reload another missile. Yeah, they're just stopping to reload. Yeah. Anytime they're stopping to reload, they say that there's a peace agreement. I can't say that. I can't say that, guys. I don't want to get our channel another strike. Okay, so it's still building inside here, you know, not great range to trade. So I got to continue to be patient, waiting in here. We will get a move, right? There will be a move, but it's still just consolidating. Buyers are buying, sellers are selling, buyers are buying, sellers are selling. Now that COMEX open up, buyers are buying again. Okay, so here's the official announcement at 8:26. Okay, 8:17, sirens sound in northern Israel. IDF following sirens on northern. The incident has not ended. 8:26, Israel halts strikes on Iran at Trump's request. That's coming from Israel's Channel 12, citing a senior Israeli official. Okay, so let's see if they halt with Trump's request. I got a dad joke for you guys real quick. What's in between Timbuktu? This is a joke I heard the other day. What's in between Timbuktu? Timbuk 1 and Timbuk 3. Justin, use that one with the kids. That's a good dad joke. What's in between Timbuktu? Timbuk 1 and Timbuk 3. Come on, guys. That's a silly little dad joke. Come on, Antoine. It wasn't that bad. It works well with kids. It's a funny one. Okay, so we're moving also into 8:30. Also, get in the habit of also checking every single day at 8:30 because that's when we normally have North American news. So today, Monday, June 8, we have no news at 8:30 a.m. Eastern, okay? Normally we have US folders. Today we don't have anything, okay? And we're going into 8:30 in 90 seconds. Do I live in Bali? No, I wish. I live in London, Ontario, Canada. It's almost as nice as Bali. It's almost as nice. I consider London to be Bali. London is in Canada. Yeah, London, Ontario, Canada. Not London, England. We're also called London here. What's the difference between a London and New York session? London is the European session, UK, at 3 a.m. Eastern, and New York is the New York session, which opens up at now in Wall Street, Okay, two different sessions. You have European volume, London, UK, and then you have North American volume when New York opens up. They are two completely different sessions. Different type of volatility, different type of volume. New York also represents when Wall Street market opens at 9:30 a.m. Eastern. Okay, so it's still bullish. We're up here. Okay, but we don't have like a big blue candle closing above all these wicks or creating a new high. So again, it could just come in here, get rejected back down. We're in this range, like we're in a bull flag range. You know, sometimes it just goes up, down, up, down, up, down. It might do this for the next little bit until we start to see maybe a blue structural candle break out of here, close above, or a black candle. You saw it was coming down black, but nothing closed below. So we're still inside this range. You're welcome to trade this, or you're welcome to continue to wait, right? NASDAQ is still considered bullish, right? Overall, like Friday's big sell-off, okay? But it's still bouncing right there, higher low, higher low, higher low. Big bullish candle break out of there. Pulled back, still making higher highs. I'll get to NASDAQ and do a nice complete analysis and maybe another 15 minutes when we get closer to 9 a.m. So gold, see this blue volume just on these four last 5-minute candles, 8:15, 8:20, 8:25, and 8:30. If you look at the daily candle, that's that yellow line. There's those 4 5-minute bullish candles creating the bullish body on the daily candle, okay? So you can see where we're trading, what we're watching. We're watching that opening balance right there, that yellow line, where it just briefly broke below but came back up. So those 4 5-minute candles, that's that blue volume in the daily candle. It's right now. These 4 candles right here. This candle, and this candle. Okay. Again, it came back up and it's gotten rejected back down. Okay. So this is what we're watching. Like, just these 4 candles are the bullish volume on today's daily candle. Okay, guys, we're just going to double check now because we got almost 1,300 viewers and just check the likes. Okay, we got 1,300 viewers and 400 likes. So if we can get that at 50%, the halfway point, can we get the likes up to 600, 650? Okay, because we're below. We're very bearish on the likes right now. We're below the point of control of how many viewers we have on the call. So that's not good. I don't get motivated. I'm like a bearish candle then. Yeah. See how we can do point of control as well? So we take 1,300, we cut it in half, 650, and we're at 400 likes. So we are well below the point of control. Okay, we should be above it. We should be bullish. So if you guys can kindly hit the like, subscribe to the channel, and turn this point of control bullish. Just like gold is getting bullish up here. Yeah, so there's a lot of Israeli news coming out here. Okay, so Israel halts strikes on Iran on Trump's request. If Hezbollah attacks on Israel towns continue, Israel will attack Beirut's southern suburbs. Okay, so there's, you know, your ceasefire plan. So they're saying, yes, they're going to stop, but as soon as Hezbollah attacks Israel, then we're going to continue attacking Beirut. IDF projectiles launched from Lebanon toward IDF after sirens. Projectiles were intercepted prior to crossing into Israel. I can't really follow this news here because it's always they fired, we fired, they fired, we fired, they fired, we fired, they fired, so we had to fire, they fired, so we had to fire. So, you know, there's not really a peace agreement. Okay, that's, to me, that's not a peace agreement. Peace is when both sides put down the weapons and go to the negotiating tables and start to act as adults and come together and decide. Are we going to stop this silly war, or are we just going to continue playing this tit for tat bullshit? And Trump is trying to intervene, but no one is respecting him either because he's a clown himself. Okay, we got triple equal highs up here at this red line. Right here, here, and here. Okay, so you see even the candles are confused. Should we go up or should we come down? Should we go up or are we coming down? Even the candles have no idea what's going on right now. So, but what I can see is 3 equal highs. Okay, so that's telling me that the sellers are not allowing it to go any higher than that. Okay, right now. Then it got rejected and closed back below, and now we have another bearish ignited candle, might push down. Okay, so we got to watch, see if we see black volume coming down. This is where that daily candle could break and start to come down bearish. And then we could get some black volume coming down. And then the daily candle is just, you know, a spin top candle trading. And this is the range we're trading in right here. Okay. Is it time to sell right now? You can sell and place your stop loss above there or here, but it could just come down here again and go right back up. So what I'm trying to look for is a black candle that will come back and close below this for confirmation. It's not 100% I'm going to go into a sell, but at least I can see a black candle come down and close below here. Right now, just came down. Again, higher low could come right back up. So again, I'm patiently waiting in here. If you guys go in a buy or sell, just use proper risk management because we're ranging. We're not really breaking out anywhere currently. Did anything change your mind now where we're trading? So to those that said we were bullish, are you still bullish? Those that said it was bearish, are you guys still bearish? Have you flipped or you still convinced that it's going to go in your direction? Sadat, they made their private money. There will come a day where the people will have enough of all this politician. Yes, you can see in Albania right now, the people have had enough. They're not letting Jared Kushner and Ivanka Trump open their $1.4 billion resort and their playground for all the elites and bullshit. The people of that land are out there burning the politicians' houses, the government buildings, Jared Kushner's construction sites, and all of that shit. The people have had enough. Like they're going after even the police. The police are saying we're going to join the people now. Like this is getting out of control where there's more people than there is elites. And they think that they can just come and take over people's lands just like that. No, it doesn't work like that. Some countries don't take shit like that, especially not in Albania. Try that in the Balkans. It's not going to happen. Okay. Those people have gone through wars, history there of that land. Blood is on that land. For Jared Kushner to come in with his billionaire elites and take over the land, it's not going to happen. Maybe he's in for a rude awakening. He's going to lose a lot of money. His investment, that's a bad investment. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, if you go to YouTube and you put in Albania and the Sazan region right over here, like right over here, Albania, like you will see Albania and Sazan, and it should be in all kinds of news here on the protests. Yeah, it's all over. Trump Island, like here, the Jared and Ivanka, his daughter, Ivanka's plan to turn Albania Island into a luxury resort. It's not going to happen, okay? You can see the protests here against Kushner. People, and they're really putting the place on fire. This is inhabitable land. This is natural habitat to flamingos. The only place in the world where flamingos are. I've been here. It is beautiful. They think that they're going to take over this island and create their resorts. It's not going to happen. But good luck to them. There's going to be backlash. I'm Albanian, and I know how the people are. I know how the people are, okay? And I'm speaking for them. I'm speaking for myself too. It's like you come try and take over my home. It's not going to happen. There's going to be a big fight. Shqiptariyeti po. BTC opinion. It's having a little bit of a bounce, a little bit of a rally, but it dropped substantially on Friday. So it could just be a little recovery bounce. However, we got to see today's daily candles, how they close on all of these securities to see if it's really going to be a bullish recovery or it's just a little dead cat bounce and continue dropping down, okay? But look at here. Again, we came in again, rejected it back down, came in again, rejected it back down, came in again, lower high, rejecting it back down. So it looks like it wants to continue to push down, right? The buyers are struggling to close it above here. So sellers are coming in and coming down. Holy, like gold is in a range. It sucks right now, okay? Guys, gold, the volume sucks right now. And it could be due to where, if you look at the daily candle, I know we're focused on the 5-minute candles, but look at the daily candle. Okay, you guys know it's a daily, like right now it's a pin bar, but we're right at that opening balance. So you see some buyers are holding it at that opening balance, that 5-minute blue volume you see above the yellow line. That's just this in the blue candle, daily candle. If we lose that, then you see we could start to come down black, but we're right at the opening balance with where it opened. It was black all the way down there. 4269 made the lowest point of the day. Then it came all the way back up to that opening yellow line, 4323. Then it flipped bullish all the way to the highest point of the day, 4355. Then we got rejected and we're trading right back at that opening position. So this is why we're seeing like some sideways action on these 5 minutes, which is difficult to trade because we're consolidating right just above the yellow opening position, okay? So it's not at a good area right now. On which time frame are you posting the signals in the Discord? It says on the chart. Like if you click on the chart on the signal, you will see. Like if we go to gold and you click on it, 5 minutes. Okay, that's showing a 5-minute chart right there. So just click on the chart. You will see exactly what the time frames are. Okay, now we're getting an impulse breakout. Okay, so this is where you got to watch. Are they grabbing liquidity? Is this going to be a fake out and come back in? Or is this going to be an official blue candle that closes above and creates this resistance into support? Okay, so this is an impulse breakout by all of these buyers that are accumulating and continue to impulsively break it out of here. And after this candle closes, I think it's time to do a little NASDAQ or US30 top-down analysis. What would you guys rather like to see? If you could pick one, NASDAQ or Dow Jones, which one would you guys want me to do a top-down on? To me, it makes no difference. Abdullah NASDAQ, Nigel NASDAQ, Dennis Dow, 2-1. Okay, you guys were the first 3 that voted. 2 beats 1. So I guess I'll do NASDAQ. What do you mean gold nothing? Mister, I know you're new here because I've never seen you in the Zoom, but I appreciate you. But what do you mean gold nothing with a question mark? What does that mean? No buy, no sell. No, I haven't done anything. Okay, so it's an impulse breakout. We can see that coming back in. Okay, Mister, I know you're new and you're excited, but you still got to use. We got to wait for bodies to close. Okay, otherwise we're just trading on impulse. And when we trade on impulse, we make more mistakes. I can tell we have a lot of new traders in the group, okay? And I'm going to be as respectful as I can. I respect you guys, but there's a little work that you guys got to do on your own as well. Okay, so Sahana, you have a $2,000 account and the suggested lot size. Use the smallest lot size possible, okay, and see how you can go from there. Okay, use 0.1, 0.01, 0.05s. Okay, you've got a $2,000 account. You don't have a $200,000 account. You don't have a $20,000 account. So you got to understand, start off small and then move your way if you understand what you're doing. Because if you go big and you make a mistake, then your $2,000 account is going to really go down, okay? Start as small as possible. Even open up a demo account before you start trading your $2,000. Open up a demo account with $2,000 and test out the lot sizes on the demo account before you use your real money. Okay, that's what I would recommend. See, this is the issue we have with a lot of traders is they just deposit money and want to start trading right away and not really know the lot sizing, not really know the leverage that they're using. And this is where we make critical mistakes as new traders and we lose a lot of money. So you can take your time with this, whether it takes you this entire week to figure this out. That's the best advice I can give you. Understand how to do this so that when you use your $2,000, which is a lot of money, then you know what size to be using. You know if you're trading gold or NASDAQ, what size, what leverage, all of these things. This is what you got to practice out before taking a trade with the real account. Some traders do it with a demo. That's the hardest part about trading is the patience to learn how to do that. Because everyone just wants to deposit their money and trade and not know what size, not know what leverage, not know what an impulse candle is, not know what a top-down analysis is, not know what a trend is, anything, okay? I'm not saying that that's you, but most traders, that's how we trade, is we have no idea what we're doing and we just jump in and we lose all our money. And then we say the markets suck, the markets are rigged, the markets are corrupt. But no, it's education. You got to learn what you're doing, okay? The markets are always here every day, but some traders are more educated or more experienced than others because they practice. And then other traders lose everything because they don't know what they're doing and they over leverage, okay? So I'm just going to keep gold like this, okay? I'm going to do NASDAQ real quickly. Let's do a NASDAQ top down, get this done by 9 a.m., okay? So we're going to start off right now. This is the 5 minutes. NASDAQ looks bullish on the 5 minutes. Let's start off on the daily again and start fresh. Okay, so wow, you can see that Friday was a big, massive candle, okay? We have an all-time high on NASDAQ right up here, around 30,775. Big push down. Okay, we did have some structural support right here. There was a pivot back here. Okay, you can see when NASDAQ pushed up, it came back down and look at it, it held right here, the 28,800, and that's what took us to the all-time high. And then we see Friday's NFP candle come all the way down and it physically closed below that yellow line. Okay, you can see it right there. So that is a structural candle in my opinion. Friday's volume had massive volume. It's 2, 3, 5 times bigger than all of these other candles, and it did technically close below here. So one thing I do is, that's where I pull out my Fibonacci tool on Friday's candle, the opening balance, and drag it down to the close and figure out where 0.5 is. It's right there. We're coming up to it, 29,567. So this is going to be interesting during Wall Street. There's 50% daily point of interest right there. And you can see how in the past it was right near this pivot where it came up and pushed down, okay? So if we retrace back up, today's blue candle, it's ignited. It's coming all the way up. We're trading into the point of control of Friday's NFP. There's 50%. And if I grab the zone, I know it's right there, the 382 and the 618. There's the bearish point of control from Friday. So you see we're trading into it right now, okay? So it could come right into it and it could get rejected back down. But if it comes back down, maybe find higher low support to continue to break through there. Maybe we close above it. Then tomorrow we're retesting this and NASDAQ is retracing back up and it's recovered all of NFP Friday, okay? That could potentially happen, but we still have to trade through this red zone, okay? So now let's get rid of the Fibonacci. We have our point of control. Let's just draw, if we break out of here, okay, let's just acknowledge where NFP started and look at the all-time high zone. Okay, I know that that's the all-time high. There's the first time it came in there and dropped. If it ever comes into the all-time high, it could be a double top up there. But we have the NFP bearish point of control block to get through to get up there. Okay, if we do continue to come back down and break, you can see we can fill that wick easily and start to drop down maybe to this ignited bar on that daily and continue to go on so on and so forth down if you like. Okay, right now we got to focus on how bullish today's daily candle is. So we closed right there. Look at how they opened it. So you tell me, okay, this is manipulation. You tell me, after all of this selling pressure on Friday where it closed 99% near the low, how did the candle on Nasdaq today not open bearish and just fill that tiny wick and drop? Because that's it. The market said, all the orders were above and they filled them and it's continuing to go up. So look at our lowest point of the day. It's right there. It's bullish ignited, 28,770. So it's coming up bullish, 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 bullish. We've just created a high wick like right now, and it's got a tiny rejection, which it could continue to fill. But that red yellow line is 50%. And then the top of the zone is the entire point of control. So if we retrace down a little bit, we could also measure 50% of this bullish volume if it retraces back down and goes back up. However, you can leave it open if you like, okay? Now I'm going to dissect this daily candle on the hourly. And you can see right there, this is how we were trading down on Friday, continue to push down. There's trading down, there's power hour, and there was the close Friday. Now you see how we opened over the weekend. This is where it all started. We came back up. There's hourly resistance. You can see it. 4 bodies were held there, white line, right? There's resistance, 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 resistance. Then it pushed back down. Higher low came up. There was the first hourly candle at 3 a.m. Eastern London that closed above that hourly. Inside bar 50%. Come back up, and you see we're respecting 7 a.m. the white line, which was was London close above. We turned that resistance into support, and Nasdaq is continuing to push up at 7 a.m. and 8 a.m. where we just hit the highest point of the day. So if we retrace back down, we could be looking to buy at this white line. That's hourly support, 29,200. I can add an alert there for today. If Nasdaq does scale back down, maybe I look to buy off of that and take it up. If I lose that position and it closes below, maybe that's resistance to continue to sell it back down. Okay. How much higher can we go? Well, if we come up to that yellow line, that's 50% of Friday's NFP candle. And if it comes a little higher, that's the top of the point of control zone. Okay. This could be, now look at how it came down. This is the first bottom coming right back up. Maybe we'll retrace back down to there, maybe a double bottom. Okay. If it comes down there, that would be a great opportunity to buy a double bottom on the hourly to take it back through there. So how do I identify that double bottom? The yellow and the purple line, you can draw a zone like right there to that body, make it green to illustrate maybe a buying zone, stretch it into the future, and at that yellow line, you can add an alert in there. If it comes down there today, tomorrow, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, next week, next month, I'll get alerted that maybe I'm buying the second bottom of the hourly. See how that works? Okay. And we're trending up right now so far from when the candle opened, higher high, higher low, and a new higher high. So we could wait for a pullback and buy that higher low. Maybe we'll go a little higher with going into 9 a.m. in Wall Street. Okay. Maybe we'll dump during Wall Street. Okay. So that's how it looks on the hourly. If I break it down into the 5 minutes, these are the 5 minutes. So I can see now there was a nice double bottom when, okay, Friday at 4:15 when the market closed. Here's where we opened. Look at 6 p.m. The daily candle that opened was the second leg of this double bottom. You guys know. Look at, there's one bottom, there's the neckline. What does Ron say? The second bottom traditionally has more power, more volume. And there it is. The daily candle opened and since then has not retraced back down. Okay. If you cut that bar in half, found the point of control, there's a wick and a wick. There was 2 opportunities to get in. If you didn't, you missed out on that run. It came back down, came back up. No new higher highs. Came back all the way back down into here. So you see this level. See how easy this can be? That's an easy visual resistance level. There's a candle that closed above and it finally came back. So if you had an alert, you could have potentially looked to buy off of that, okay? And you see now how we've really moved away from it there. We're above the hourly. Big 5-minute candle right there. That 5-minute candle cut that in half. Have we came back into that? Not yet. Still holding support right there, and we're trading at the highest point of the day. It's extremely overbought on this RSI, right? There's divergence, but it still has not sold off yet, okay? So adding some indicators, 9, we are currently above the 9 EMA. 200 is right here, and our 15-minute SST daily bar is right here, okay? So that's NASDAQ. It's bullish, but we're right at the highest point of the day. Let's take a look back at gold. Gold, okay, so gold is a fake out. Look it up here, okay? So it came up impulsively, came back, closed. Now it opened. It was blue, blue, blue. Did it fill that wick? No. It got rejected, closed back inside 50%, came back up, and now we're back inside here. So we're back below this zone, which is still considered a red zone, okay? So let's continue to stretch it back into the future. And see, now sellers push it. So that's a fake out, okay? It did briefly close above, but look at how quickly it came back inside. So that so far is a temporary fake out. Good morning, Sonia. Welcome. Good to see you. Adenar, welcome. Sahana, understand. Addy, always all in. Okay. What I'm saying is it's a fake out on the 5 minutes. I know you said, Ron, it's not a fake out. Watch on the higher time frames. I understand. Okay. But I'm talking just on the 5 minutes. Okay. If you don't consider that to be a fake out, it's not a fake out. Okay. I'll remove it. No problem. John, welcome all the way from Calgary. Thank you for joining. Fellow Canadian, welcome. Okay, and we're going into 9 a.m., ladies and gentlemen, in 2.5 minutes. Okay, so we're going to get a new hourly candle. You know what we can take a look at on gold is the hourly. Let's see how the hourly candles are moving. Okay, this hour hasn't been too much going on. The previous hour was very bullish, and this hour is indecision. Okay, it came up where it was bullish right up there, where we just saw that fake out on the 5 minutes, and then it got rejected and came all the way down. That's when we saw it briefly break that daily opening balance, and then came back up. And look at the hourly. So it's a spin top, bearish spin top right now with 2 minutes to go, which could pause and continue to be bullish and break its high and continue to, right there's our daily high, or it could come back down. But we're still now trading above the daily point of interest yellow line. So it is still technically still bullish, right? And it could continue to build, and maybe we look to continue to go long or buy on gold, unless you feel comfortable trading in this range. New here, do I take trades on the stream? I do. We take trades in the private group, on this group, everywhere. Guys, we trade with you. No problems. And 9 a.m., we'll be opening in 50 seconds. New hourly candle, we could continue to be bullish. Okay, nothing has suggested breaking down bearish yet. Everything is held here, higher lows, still going up. Flights to and from Iranian airports are canceled until further notice. I hope no one is flying to Iran anytime soon, because now there's no flights and all the airports are canceled. Okay, so here's 9 a.m. opening up black. Remember, I always say, like, momentum switches at hours. Like you see, it wasn't bullish, then it just opened up black, but caught a wick. Okay, so could break out of here again impulsively. Trump is going to be at tonight's New York Knicks game. I heard. I think he's going to get booed in there. The Knicks fans are ruthless. They're crazy. I'm rooting for the Knicks to win the championship. But they're going to be ruthless. They're going to boo him. I don't know if Trump is ready for the New York fans. Trump is from New York. I think they hate him there. But the Knicks, guys, don't get me just talking about basketball now, but the Knicks going into San Antonio and stealing those 2 games up 2-0, wow. And then the next 2 games are in New York. Unbelievable. Okay, guys, so hourly move, okay. Okay, we're still blue, black, blue, black. It's nice to sell this right now, but we can wait for the full official candle to close because it's just been going up, down, up, down. Again, if we sell it now, it could catch a wick and go back up, unless you feel comfortable that now the 1 hour move is now bearish. Okay, but still we maybe need to see if we can close below here, because it could just come back down to this green zone, the opening balance, catch a wick and go right back up. So I know it sucks. Everyone's saying, Ron, take a trade. Why is he not trading? Why is he not in a trade? Sometimes trading is waiting. Okay, I want you guys to learn that. Okay, I'm not doing this to not take a trade. It just, if I took a buy, it would have came down. If I took a sell, it would have went up, and I would have been in drawdown or just no direction. So I rather just, like I said, stay on the sidelines until I see something more convincing. To me, that was a fake out up there on a buy side. It was coming back up, but you see right at 8:55 and at 9 a.m. open, and it was bearish coming right back down. So the longer you wait, the more structure you see built. Like, it's good for analysis. It's good for you as a trader. I know it sucks for live streaming because everyone wants me to trade every single candle that prints. I understand that, but you're more prone to make more mistakes. And that's why a lot of traders don't understand that patience pays, right? You're starting to see more development in what's going on, and you can make a better informed decision. Does it always work like that? Just because if you're patient and you wait, will you be a good trader? No, because there's more to it than just that. You got to use proper risk management too when you take a trade. Okay, but you see how that one came down, black, 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 black. It was down there, and now it picked up an aggressive wick coming right back up. Okay, so if I sold that and I didn't pip and dip, now it's coming right back up with 90 seconds to close. So then it could close blue and then go and fill here, and I'm in massive drawdown. And now I can maybe buy with this candle, because now I see it came all the way back down black, got rejected, came all the way back up, and all I got to see now, will it close above here? How will it close? You know, and maybe some traders are in buys, in sells, in buys and sells. And again, I'm just on the sidelines watching this range here. And now it's coming back down black, black, black. So you see now barcoding, black, blue, black. I feel like I continue repeating myself here, guys. Like, if you guys are not paying attention, I'm going to stop like saying this, but everyone is asking me again, Ron, are you going to trade? Yes, I'm looking to trade, guys. Oh man, this gets frustrating now. How about I just force a trade to make everybody happy? Part of trading is being focused. You have to focus, especially on price action, okay? I'm being as honest as I can with you guys, okay? And if you're not focused on what I'm saying, how are you going to focus on candlesticks? Okay, so now that candle came down black, 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 and closed back below here, engulfed that blue candle. So we're still trading inside the zone, but could be moving down now. Is it time to take a short position now? I feel like I'm being forced to take a short position, you know? I feel like I'm being forced to take a trade when I still know that we're inside a zone right now. And NASDAQ is still bullish, okay? And I still know where we're trading on the higher time frame. I know we're just above that daily point of opening balance. Okay, we're not going crazy bullish right now. Like this is the daily candle. See, we're just right here, just a little bit of volume above that opening balance. So it could easily lose that blue volume and start to turn black down in here. Okay, but every time it comes down to the yellow line, we watch on the 5 minutes, see if it continues to refuel itself. So now it's coming back down. Back down to where? The opening balance. Captain Boom, I agree 100% with you. Maybe some other people don't, but I agree with you. Trading isn't always about winning or losing. It's preserving your capital. Absolutely. Capital allows you to trade, take another trade. Maybe when there's better volume, when tomorrow, next day, 1 hour from now. But if you're losing trading inside here and you're losing, you're not preserving any capital and you're trading the worst trading zone you can imagine on these 5 minutes. There's no direction. Just going up bullish, back down bearish. Bullish, back down bearish. Bullish, that was a breakout, okay? That was strong, but you see how it fizzled off and failed. That's why I said it was earlier a fake out. Someone said to me, Ron, it's not a fake out. Well, to me on the 5 minutes, it's a fake out, right? It faked out those buyers up there. Now it's coming back down inside here and it's diverging away from those buyers. So that's a fake out, right? It briefly closed with volume above. It didn't advance for a new higher high, closed back below 50% and continued to push down. That's a fake out to me. Someone said, Ron, it's not a fake out. Okay, then what do you call that? Someone will say, well, Ron is just coming back down to pick up more liquidity, then come back. Yeah, we can say that all day about any security, but that particular 2-bar pattern is a fake out. Yes, it can come all the way back down. Like someone can say, well, it's not a fake out. It still created a higher high because it's going to come down here or here and then go back up later today. Well, you're going to be in 100 or 200 pips of drawdown to speculate that, okay? So anyone can say that about any time frame, any candle. But to me, that was, as a scalper, that's a 2-bar fake out. If you don't understand that that's not a fake out, you got a lot to learn, my friends. And I'm not being cocky, I'm not being arrogant, I'm not being ignorant. I'm just telling you the truth, that is a fake out. If I wasn't a buy, I would have told you guys straight up, I got faked out, right? And then they're coming after my stop loss, which they are doing. They're coming after these buyer stop losses. But right now, when it comes, look at it, it just tapped again. The daily opening position, yellow line, and the buyers are still there. It picked up orders at that 200 EMA and coming right back up. So will this black candle come and close below there? Or is it still holding support and the next bar is going to be back up blue, blue, blue? You just need to ignore them. There's a lot of them in YouTube. They're not asking because they don't understand. They're asking to tilt you. They can't tilt me. You can't tilt me. I'm almost a 45-year-old man who has been trading for 25 years. Believe me, no one on YouTube can tilt this guy, okay? If you cannot tilt me, I'm mentally too strong for that, okay? No one on here can tilt. You can piss me off, but you're not going to tilt me to take stupid trades or to revenge just because I'm on YouTube. It's not going to happen. Sorry, guys. I've gone through tilt trading earlier in my life, and I know what it feels like. But the Habs can tilt me, Danny. Yes, the Montreal Canadiens have tilted me. I'm trying to help guys on YouTube, learn. But if you don't want to learn, that's fine. Go learn on another channel. We're trying our best here to show you that patience pays off. If you impulsively bought up there, you're in drawdown. Sometimes it happens to me. That's why I can't knock that. But I didn't like how it was all these wicks up here. Anyways, let's just continue watching. So that's a big bearish bar. It's not a structural bar because it did not close below here. It still was bearish. So again, I just cut it in half. I'm not figuring out point of control, but you see how it came back up, got rejected. So if the sellers can fill that wick, it's going to technically have an impulse breakdown to continue to fill this wick. And maybe it will create a new lower low, come down impulsively, catch another wick and come back up. But it might be a black candle now where we can have a discussion saying it may be the first one to close below here, just like that blue one. And there could also be a fake out below here as well, where it closes black and then comes back up blue again. Okay, but that's what we got to wait and see. You know what someone was saying the other day, and it makes sense? To prevent all of the spamming, we may have to ask, in order to chat or to place a comment, that you got to subscribe to the channel. I never thought of that, never did that until we got over 100,000 subscribers. We've never had that on our channel for 6 years. But someone said, Ron, in order to maybe prevent people from spamming, is they have to subscribe to the channel to chat. Subscriber only mode or whatever. I didn't even know what the hell that was. But to me, it's starting to make sense. Because then maybe we can kind of cool down all the spamming. I can run a cooldown instead. Being a subscriber won't stop all the spam. Yeah, whatever it is, guys. I'm sure that there's options YouTube has. I never wanted to do that because I enjoy everyone, talking, engaging. But sometimes when the spam is the same thing over and over, the people saying the same thing 20 times, and I can't read anyone's questions, it gets annoying after. Anyways, let's watch this. Now it came back up blue, blue, blue to 50%, coming down. Okay, so now what we got to see is the sellers have to penetrate through here, create a new low. Otherwise, it will hold here, and then daily opening balance buyers will step back in and buy it right back up. Okay, so I'm just going to move these yellow lines now. Okay, we know it could go up or down. And we're at 9:15 too. So we're 15 minutes away from Wall Street. I understand someone will say, Ron, Wall Street doesn't affect gold. Yes, it does. Not entirely will affect gold, but it's correlated. If Wall Street is moving with the US dollar, I know trading gold is paired against the US dollar. So there will be some movements on gold at 9:30. You can back test and look on Friday. Was there a move at 9:30? Look on Thursday of last week. Look on Wednesday, Tuesday. Look. And then you'll see that there was some moves. Okay, so we're walking into 9:30 as well on gold. And there could be a substantial move as well coming in. NASDAQ is still just unbelievable. Very strong. Overbought like crazy. Okay, so it's not stopping. Just because something is overbought or doesn't mean that it has to sell down. It's bullish right now. Okay, driving right into Wall Street. So big recovery from Friday's big selling day. On anticipations that Iran and Israel and the US are negotiating peace and no more fighting, and that's why the stock market has potentially recovered. Yes, you're absolutely correct about that. Investors are now looking to key inflation data, such as Wednesday's CPI and Thursday's PPI, for further insights into monetary policy. Yes, you're absolutely correct. Payaro, I agree 100% with you. Okay, so it's 9:15, new 15-minute candle. Again, we are at that opening balance now, okay? We got, okay, so is it going to break down? Again, it could be an impulse breakout like this. This was an impulse candle. It came down black, black, black. And look, if you took this sell early, it came back up and then you were in drawdown, okay? So very similar. Could come down black, black, black right now. It's an impulse and could get a wick and go back up. So we have to ask ourselves, are we going to take the trade now or do we wait for it to close, okay? So this is the hardest part of trading, is watching this black candle, and it could definitely feel that wick and drop further, or it could just be come down, catch a wick and go back up. So in this situation, like this is goes across the board. It's best to wait for the candle to close, and then you can avoid an impulse trade. You can avoid making a mistake. This is what you want to do, okay, is wait for the body to close. And then someone will say, well, Ron, I might miss out on a drop. Okay, but if you took it on that, if you took that impulse, what happened? You were in drawdown. If you took that sell right there, what happened? You were in drawdown. If you took the sell right there, what happened? You were in drawdown, possibly stopped out. Okay, so if we do the same thing right now and we say, well, let's just take it because it might go down, I could have said that past all of these candles right here too, okay? The only thing that determines that this one is a real drop is that fake out up there, okay? The other ones didn't have fake outs. That one had a real fake out, faked out those buyers, trapped them, and now really coming down. So the market wants to diverge away from this low and create a new lower low to squeeze these buyers. But it came down and could come right back up. So when in doubt, wait it out. I know some traders don't like that, but those traders do not have patience in trading or just trade on impulse. There's a time and place when to take impulse trades. To me, this is not the time and place because we're hovering right at the opening balance on the daily candle. So it's better to just wait. Again, if we took that, now look, we're in drawdown. Okay, it's flipping back up as a hammer candle. So we got to wait till it officially closes in 2 more minutes. Is gold my favorite security to trade? No. US30 Dow Jones is my favorite security to trade. Gold is nice, but it's got a mind of its own on days and it can really toy with you. Gold makes nice moves if you're a scalper, like you know what you're looking for 50 pips, like in and out, pip and dip. However, if you're looking to hold this thing for longer duration, and sometimes when it's ranging, it could get very difficult, like right now. But all across the board, US30 Dow Jones is my favorite security trade all day, every day, any time of the day. I love that, okay? That's my personal opinion. Gold can really test you. Why don't I trade US30 on the stream? Because when I go to it, everyone says, Ron, why are you not doing gold? So we've been doing NASDAQ country for the last little bit due to tech, but I can flip back to Dow. But the question was asking me what is personally do I love to trade when I'm trading by myself? US30. When I'm streaming, 99% of the people want gold. And when I move to NASDAQ or US30, then everyone freaks out. So I try and keep the people happy. And I give you guys the vote of what you wanted. You know, I asked you guys, NASDAQ or US30? First three votes, 2-1 was NASDAQ. Majority wins. Okay, so did it break down bearish? No. Okay, but we're maybe below 50% still pushing down. That was an impulse. Okay, so again, if we took that sell, we're in drawdown. Now it's building itself right back up, still inside this zone. So it's just playing games in here, like where it's going up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, right? I don't like trading this stuff. NASDAQ we're watching right over here, and we're 10 minutes away from Wall Street. Gold has been absolutely terrible over the last 2 weeks. MK, yeah, it's been tough to trade, right? So that's why the best scenario is to be patient and disciplined, okay? Because you're going to get very frustrated trading this. If you're a buyer, you're frustrated. If you're a seller, you're frustrated. And it's just ranging at the opening day balance. If we go back to the daily candle, this is why I'm not really inspired to take a trade, because look at the daily candle. It's just trading as if this is a 5-minute spin top. And you can see the last hour, 90 minutes on this call, how it's been trading. So it's just hovering above the opening balance, right? It tried multiple times to lose it, and the buyers are still holding it there. But if we look on the daily, it's not a good candle to be trading, okay? But now it's still building, coming back up. Timmy, it should have dropped. Yeah, it should have. But those opening day balance buyers are not allowing it to break right now. So it's holding strong. So it could technically be bullish breaking out of here. Okay. So it's coming back up now. So will this be a closing candle? Should we buy it right now on impulse? Should we wait for a close? Maybe watch for a pullback and buy the pullback? All of these things, like every candle will give you the same situation. Should we buy this on impulse or should we wait for it? That's your decision, right? I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm here to tell you I'm going to wait for the body to close. You can go in. You could have sold that move coming down. You could have bought this move coming up. That's your choice, okay? But it is, you're right. Gold is bipolar right now. It doesn't know where it wants to go because it's accumulating right here. But if you guys like patience, I know you guys don't, subscribe to the channel and hit the like button, guys. Maybe we're going to lose subscribers now because I said that. Subscribe if you want to learn patience. Believe me, it sucks for me. I'm the live trader here, and I want to get in on a trade and make it exciting for all of us. But I don't want to just take a trade and go in drawdown, okay? I want to try and make the best available trade, okay? So you guys got to understand, like, my perspective, where I'm sitting in my chair here, okay? It's not easy, but look, if I sold down there, I would have been in drawdown. If I bought up there, I would have been in drawdown. If I sold again back down there, drawdown. If I bought up there, I would have been drawdown. If I sold again or bought again, that's an impulse to getting rejected back down. So it's not me you should be mad at. It's the volume. Don't be upset at me. Don't take your frustration and anger out on me. I'm not doing anything. You're your own trader. You can do what you want. Be more upset at gold, the way how it's trading, not at me. Okay, good question. Tech Africa, I appreciate your question. Let me just read it out loud. What inspired you to start trading 25 years ago? And what is the number one lesson you wish everyone to learn? Okay, what inspired me to trade 25 years ago was the freedom to make money at the comfort of your own home, learning skills that you can learn on your own without being taught by a financial institution or an education that you need. You don't need to have a higher education to learn how to do this. You don't have to go to college. You don't have to go to university. You don't have to be working on Wall Street. You can just be a dad in a basement learning how to do this. So that inspired me to continue my entire life to learn the art of trading. But what is a lesson to give to everybody? Here it is. Learn the lesson of patience. This is the lesson. This is what took me years and years and years to learn. This is what I'm trying to teach everyone here. And no one likes it because a lot of people are not patient and haven't learned this skill. This is what I mean. If I bought up here on impatient, I'd be in drawdown. If I sold down there on impatience, I would be in drawdown, right? And then drawdown or frustration leads to revenge trading. Then it leads to hedge trading. Then it leads to getting pissed off and being in multiple buys and adding more sells. And before you know it, the market is just toying with you. And me sitting here just being patient, waiting for another blue candle close above here, because there was one, but that was considered a fake out. Then waiting for that black candle close below there. It hasn't happened. So that's what, if any lesson I can give through 25 years of experience of trading, is learn the art of patience, right? That's great question, Tech Africa. But that's my honest and truthful answer is to that is learn patience. That would be today's your first day trading, you're lucky because today's the first day you're going to learn all about patience. And if you've been in this game for 5, 10, 15, 20 years, you guys know more than me how important patience is. And I know it's the impatient traders who don't understand what I'm saying. And they're the traders that constantly lose on a daily basis. I'm sorry to say that, but that's just the truth of the matter. I speak facts. And some people don't want to hear cold hard facts. I've been through it. I lost a lot of money. I lost thousands of dollars, not prop firm, my own money. And when I look back at it, every single trade I took was an impatient impulse trade, not waiting for candles to close and just trading on utter stupidity. Going on YouTube channels, begging someone to buy or sell, that's not trading. Is it time for another dad joke to get people entertained? Okay, so you guys didn't like my Timbuktu joke, so I got to give another one now. Let me think of something good. While this candle closes, and we're going into Wall Street. So we haven't really made a move on gold, and we're still a couple minutes away from Wall Street, right? So we're going to watch two securities now. Now, NASDAQ has topped at we've retraced all the way to the 50% point of control on NASDAQ, right there, the yellow line. You guys know when we did the top-down analysis, if I come right here to show you, there was the big NFP Friday candle. There was the yellow cut line, 50%. There's our point of control zone. And we just traded right up and tapped right to that yellow line with 2 minutes to go into Wall Street, and we're overbought on the 5 minutes. Okay, so when we're watching that now, this is where we should see NASDAQ sell down. Okay, when the market opens right now at Wall Street in 90 seconds, we should see it push down. However, it could go one more time through there, collect all that liquidity, then drop down. So this is going to be very interesting. For those traders that really want to learn about a 50% retracement back up to here, time and sales, 1 minute before Wall Street, now you're getting an education as to how the markets operate. Watch and see. Okay, one quick one before Wall Street. I got 40 seconds. What does a lemon say when it answers the phone? What does a lemon say when it answers the phone? Anybody? A lemon. When the lemon answers the phone, what does it say? Yellow. It says yellow. Come on. Yes, you guys got it. Yellow. Okay, tell that one to your kids. That's another silly, corny dad joke. Okay, now let's get focused. No more dad jokes. We're all entertained now. We're now 10 seconds for Wall Street. We're watching both gold and NASDAQ. Watch now. Okay, so we opened bearish. Even if it just comes and tests 50% of that black candle, let's see if it will get rejected. Intel is up 12% right now. Okay, I'm just getting on my feed some top securities that are up. Gold. Okay, gold bullish still. Okay, well, it could be an impulse breakout. This might be another blue candle that could officially close above here. Okay, it could also get rejected. I'm waiting, right? Just clean up the chart, tidy up here. NASDAQ is now retesting 50% of that black candle. More importantly, that daily yellow point of interest, 50% of Friday's volume is that yellow line, okay? So we know where we're at. If you want to consolidate this entire zone, we're pretty smart to know that NASDAQ is not just going to trade in this zone all day today. Gold is impulsively breaking out of here. And that's the highest point of the day right there, 43.54. Okay, maybe we'll wait for another blue candle to officially close. I'm not in any trade position yet. Nope, I'm waiting. Okay, so NASDAQ came all the way up, back up there, got rejected, lower high again. So let's see if it flips the candle. Then maybe with Wall Street volume, it will come down black, black, black. Okay, then there might be a time and place when to take a trade on impulse during market open. It came back up blue, 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 and now it could be getting rejected down, breaking. NASDAQ spread 0.8. Okay, I'm going to sell the shooting star. I'm going to place my stop loss above, just a little bit above the yellow, that daily point of interest, just above that wick as well. So that's going to be my stop loss for NASDAQ. I'm going to go in a sell because it already retraced back up, got rejected, came back down. So I'm looking for this volume to continue to penetrate impulsively back below this purple line in the next 2.5 minutes to potentially also close below there and create this to be the short-term resistance, okay? So I'm going to sell on NASDAQ, looking to potentially come back, maybe trade down to, you know, this structure or potentially 50% of that big bullish candle that has not been tested, okay? So I'm going to sell on NASDAQ. On impulse, okay? Yes, the candle hasn't closed, but I waited for it. It opened blue, 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 retested up there and got rejected. So I want to see if it's got further some legs to continue to push down. When I'm measuring the move now, from there to come down to the bottom of the red box, that's 100 pips. That's when I could go to start scaling out, maybe reduce my risk. The big TP would be down to there. That would be 200 pips, okay? But down there is 100. Okay, it's pushing down. That's a good move. If you're looking for a pip and dip, that's 40 pips right down to there. If it gets to 50, 60, I'm going to start reducing my risk because the candle still hasn't closed yet. We've got 1 minute and 20 seconds to go. That's a good drop, guys. So I'm reducing my risk now right to the top of where this candle opens. Right there. That's my risk. Right just above the opening balance. I'm not at a break even yet, but I've substantially reduced my risk up 60 pips. Okay, now it's time for a break even because I'm up 70. I'm at a break even, 75 pips. That's an easy trade, guys. 70 pips. You can pip and dip right now or stay with me at a break even. That's up to you. Okay, but I have no capital at risk. Boom said it. My #1 job as a trader is to preserve and protect my capital. That's what I'm doing now. Now I got to manage my profit, okay? But if it can fill down to the bottom there, that's 100 pips, and that would be a big location to scale out minimum 80% down there, okay? Otherwise, we got to continue to hold this. If it closes like this, I got to cut it in half, because if it comes up blue, 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 maybe it gets respected by 50%. Or if it closes near the low, I might get another ignited bar, continue push down. But here it comes down, right down there. And the shooting star 15-minute candle is beautiful. So you see how it opened, came right back up, rejected? That's why I said time and place to take impulse trades. That's experience. That's why I wait. I waited this entire call to make 100 pips with 0 drawdown. Okay, there's the cut. Okay, and now if it comes back up blue, remember opened, ignited. So we've already rejected it. Now we have no wick. Now we're dropping, okay? So we can just get down a few more points, and we got 100 pips, 110 right there. I'm closing out 80% right there. That made my requirement. 80% is out, and I got 20% running. So I just locked in, secured 100 pips. 80% is out right there to that line. And I only have 20% running with break even, okay? Hopefully, I explained that quickly. That's a Wall Street scalp. I'm not looking to hold this until tomorrow. I got my 100 pips and out. Most traders trade for 100 pips a day, and that's their daily goal. Okay, and you see why I don't get greedy, because it came to the bottom of my red zone. Did I want more? Absolutely. I wanted it to drop down like this, okay? But that takes a lot of momentum to do that, okay? So that was my first target. And I'm happy with that, okay? Now it's retesting the 50%. Can it go back down? Yes. That's why I have 20% remaining to see if it will continue to do that. But I'm going to lock in my money right there. If it comes all the way back up blue, 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 up to there, then just 20% is I lose my profit back to break even, but I'm happy that I secured the bag down there, okay? I don't play the woulda, shoulda, coulda game. I play the zone-to-zone trading game. Guys, hit the likes if you guys were patient enough to understand that setup, and subscribe to the channel so we can do this again tomorrow. And gold is, okay, so the gold broke out. Impulsive, came back, got rejected back inside there. So we still don't technically have a blue candle closing above. I'm not trading gold right now. NASDAQ looks cleaner. Look at now it's retesting 50%, got a rejection. Let's see if we can keep this volume down. If it stays below here or can flag or inside bar, next bar could be continue to be bearish down in here. Okay. Nigel, you got that? Great. Rob, yeah, thank you. We hit 100,000 subs on Friday. Lookman, that was quick and done. That's a scalp. Yes, sir. Rob, Uncle delivered. Unc always delivers. Boom, you said it. Yeah, like you said, patience, the SST magic appears when it's ready. Daily goal done. Absolutely. So boom, me and you can go enjoy the sunny day. We hit our daily goals. Like, that's what I want traders to understand. Guys, I sat in this chair. We started at 7 a.m. It's been 2.5 hours where I didn't take a trade, right? We were watching gold do this entire, now it's breaking out during Wall Street. Remember I told you Wall Street would have a move for gold. Someone says, Ron, well, gold doesn't get affected by Wall Street. Yes, it does, because the US dollar is affected. So gold is correlated with the US dollar. So we were trading this shit all day in here, finally, when it just broke out. So I didn't feel comfortable trading this. You guys can go and review this and tell me, where could we have taken a suitable trade? Nowhere. It would have had to be in, I don't know. I'm happy that I didn't get involved in this. Maybe it's for some traders don't understand. That's fine. But I'm happy myself. I didn't trade this shit because it would have frustrated me. I waited. I liked NASDAQ. I told you guys, listen to what I was saying. It was getting overbought, time and sales. Guys, some of you guys don't pay attention, but listen to what I'm saying. Time and sales. I know Justin is listening. He's listening always. And I hope more people are listening. Look at how it came all the way up, 9 a.m., right there. Then 9:20, it got rejected right there at that daily position, yellow line. That was 50% of Friday's volume, okay? And then there's 9:25, it came down. Now, remember when I told you it was overbought? They drove it up right into Wall Street market open. 50%, guys. You guys got to understand where I got this yellow line from. That was trading right into daily candle of NASDAQ right here, Friday. How I got that quick 100 pip scalp, okay? Came in there, right there. There's 50%. We already did our point of control right there. We marked it up. This is how it looks on the 5 minutes, right? And then you see where it closed? The candle opened blue, 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 blue. And I was watching to see if it will break higher. It didn't. They rejected it down. And then what I saw was the firecracker. Wall Street volume is, look at low wick. It came down. I should have taken the sell right there. I'm upset with my entry. However, I waited for the break of that, and that's where I entered. Sell. I showed you guys my stop loss was just above there. Okay, if it did come back up, I wanted to see if it would be a second top, and it started to come down. So what I did was I lowered my stop loss down to the opening body. So I only had this much at risk, 20 pips, which is fuck all. And then it came back down all the way down to the bottom of the red zone. Remember, the red zone is the point of control of the big daily candle. And that's where it came all the way back up. I'm still in this. I'm invested. I got my runner. But you see how it didn't tap me out on my break even. Lower high, come back down. We're still got volume below 50% there. And now we could maybe continue to push down. If we close below here, we could continue to advance down and get it down to this location. Trade right into 50% of this big bullish candle at 10 after 7. But right now, buyers are still holding it to take it back up. Why? Because it was trending up. It made a higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. Now it dropped. So buyers are buying the dip. However, we could continue to push down if we can continue to keep some sort of control below here red. And we could continue to break this and drop further. Okay, so that's where I explain and break down the trade for you. And you guys know when it came down there, I verbally told you, I'm at a break even, no capital at risk, take out 80% down there and leave 20% running. My runner is still in the money, but I want it to break down. If it comes all the way back up there and taps me out of break even, my life is still good. Your life should be good too because we closed out 80% down there, okay? If it continues to run, God bless. I hope it runs more. But Sonia, wow. RP and L for the day, 1,000,066 and 76 cents. You hit a comma day, Sonia, $1,000 day. Congratulations. Oh, Sonia, wow. From all of us at SST, congratulations. That's huge. A comma day is a big, big trading day. I hope everyone can get to the point of having a comma day. That's a 1K, $1,000 day that you, Sonia, you went into the markets today, the financial markets, and you pulled out 1,000 US dollars and it's in your pocket. That's what is the beauty about trading. And is every trader going to go through this? No, but at some point, if you really take your education serious, you take trading serious, you're patient, you're disciplined, you manage your risk, you accept losses, you can have days like this. There is traders that can do this. There's traders I know that do this on a daily basis, Monday to Friday. But congrats. I know it's a lot of hard work. So guys, I'll verbally let you guys know as soon as I get stopped out at break even, okay? They still haven't got me yet. I'm still live. There, they got me, okay? So the trade is done there. My 20% is out at break even. So guys, that's why I say I'm thankful that I grabbed my 100 pips. 80% was out, because if I wanted more and more and more, now I would have pissed away my entire profit and now been in drawdown, okay? So you see now the market is really rotating up. So that was a quick little scalp sell, and now I got to respect it coming back in. So it could consolidate in here and take off. Like it could be an inverted shoulder. Look, left shoulder, inverted head, that sell we had coming back in. Let's say it holds here. It could break out and be continuously bullish this afternoon. Gold, sorry guys. Yeah, gold. Okay, so gold now is convincingly closed above here. So this red zone is turned to green now. What I can do is now wait for it to pull back, maybe sometime today, and maybe look to buy a pullback off of here to see if it will go back up, right? But I'm not going to take another trade. I'm done. I hit my part on way to my daily goal. I I don't like the way how gold is trading. I'm just, my opinion, guys, I'm really sorry. I know it's sorry to offend some of you guys, but I just don't like the way how gold is trading. I prefer the way how NASDAQ is trading. Will I live stream tomorrow? Absolutely. As long as there's 500 likes. I'm going to check right now. Okay. There's got to be at least 500. We had 1,200 viewers. So let's see. If there's 500 likes, you will see Big Ron here tomorrow. Let's have a look. This is up to you guys, not up to me. Let's see. Amazing, guys. 705 likes. Yes, I will be here with you guys tomorrow. No, I'm not Indian. As much as you guys want me to be Indian, I'm not. I am Albanian Canadian. I'm white. Where do you see I'm Indian? Guys, look at the skin color. Indians are brown. How do I look like I'm Indian? Why do I get that, guys? Do I look like I'm Indian for real? Please tell me the truth. I don't think I look like an Indian. I know a lot of Indians. Gujarati, Hyderabadi, Punjab, Sikh. I know all of these things. I have Gujaratis as my rental students in my rental properties. They are all engineering students at Fanshawe College. I've got 10 of them in 3 of my rentals. Maybe that's why. No, but jokes aside, guys, I respect Indians. You guys are great, but I'm not Indian. Yeah, I live too close to Brampton. I've been to Brampton. I went there to get all of my I had to renovate my entire home, and I had to get all my quartz, countertops, and tiles in Brampton. Yeah, Brampton is like little India, actually larger India. Okay, guys, so we're right back inside consolidating here. NASDAQ gold. I'm not convinced on this. It's just a typical Monday choppy action. Probably after the call, it's gonna, continue to be bullish, right? Borix, welcome. How's my day going? It's going great. We just took a quick sell. We couldn't get any. I couldn't get anything going on gold. I waited. Borix, I didn't trade anything here. It was too choppy for me. We just had one bullish breakout right now for Wall Street, but other than that, it's been very choppy. We took this. I took this one sell right at market open for 100 pips. Grabbed 80%, 80-20, and then I got stopped out on my 20%, but happy. That's all we got today. Monday, it's just a Monday. There's been no news in the market. There's ongoing news regarding peace, still firing in Iran and everywhere. So I would be hesitant on that. Borix, just another Monday. Nothing special, but we're just having some fun here. What are you waiting for? I'm waiting for the ORB to form, otherwise just key levels for Monday. So gold or ORB, Borix, what are we looking for? A 15-minute? Like what ORB? Do you look on the 15? Right here, the 15-minute. So you mark the high. Okay. So 939 right here. So you mark the high of the first 15 minutes of gold, 43.46 and 50 cents, and you mark the low when it just opened bullish ignited, 43.33, and then you just patiently wait for volume to close above or below. Yeah, it's still in this range. It's not the best, guys. It will open up. Gold is not going to trade in here all day. It will open up. It might just have to be at 10 a.m., 11 a.m., noon. If you're like, sometimes we come in and do the post New Yorks. Like tomorrow, we're going to do a post New York. So we'll already have all of this established in tomorrow's call, and then we can come and trade post New York right after Dave. So yeah, if you guys are watching that, you see, still in the 5 minutes. It's just coming up, coming back down, still inside here. Borix, if you look at the chart, London and Asian session, 2 trades, both good. Nice. Good. Yeah. Sometimes London trades better than New York. But that's good. Well done, Borks. Okay, so look at NASDAQ. Okay, it came up. Okay, I got stopped out. Yes, it came. I stopped. I want to make this clear to everybody. Stopped out of my 20% runner at break even, not stopped out of my trade. And then it came back in and now coming back down. So if it comes back down in here, yes, we could see further selling pressure on NASDAQ. No, top game, that's not a stupid question. Like you said, this might be a stupid question, but what is my trading strategy? I'll tell you guys. My trading strategy is doing a top-down analysis, okay, starting from the daily, highlighting points of interest and points of control in the daily, working my way down to the hourly, to the 1H, doing the same thing, figuring out hourly trend, hourly points of interest, hourly points of control, then bringing it down to my 5 minutes, which I prefer scalping, and follow trading there. And then I trade from one line to the next line or one zone to the next zone by measuring it. So I know exactly what I get. I'm a tradesman, just like a carpenter or a plumber or someone, anyone doing drywall. They need to measure the job, right? So us as tradesmen, we got to measure the job. So what I did was I grabbed my tape ruler, I measured my entry to come down right down to the bottom of the red zone. And that's how I knew to take out 100 pips out of the market with no hesitation, okay? And if I didn't do that, I would have gave it all back at break even, potentially maybe been in drawdown. Okay, someone will say, well, Ron, if you had your stop loss still up there, you're still in the trade. Yes, I can say that as well. But I could also say I secured 100 pips and I could go right back in a trade now and get more pips. But I got money in my pocket. That's all that matters at the end of the day. To me, right? Maybe it's different for you. Maybe you sold, but you're looking for a bigger move today, okay? Yes, I understand it can happen, but then you shouldn't be focusing on 5-minute candles. You should be focusing on higher time frames if you're looking for a bigger move, right? And gold now is coming back down, okay? So it's coming all the way, and we're trading, right back where we were trading this entire session inside here, okay? Amazing, Jordan. You got $50 by following our move. You just subbed. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate your sub and congratulations on the $50. Guys, I just want to show you, okay, so everyone on YouTube, there's a free Telegram. It's pinned at the top of the channel. Please subscribe to this. It's free and you'll get enrolled into all of our giveaways. Here's our live links to join our YouTube tomorrow. I'll have an upcoming link, but you get it here. Here's a great blog to read about CPI week. This is the CPI trading week. Wednesday, we have big CPI news. There's a full blog on what traders should know going into this. It's very informative. It's good read. Guys, this is why we want you in this free Telegram, because BIP won the giveaway on Friday for the 3-month premium plan with SST and an additional 1 month of AI trade ideas just by following the instructions and clicking on those links and joining this free Telegram. Also, guys, shout outs to Tony Gold, who won the lifetime plan membership with us at SST at $2,500 value, and he can trade with us and learn with the entire team for the rest of our lives, okay? Join this free Telegram. We'll have more and more and more. And thank you guys again. Here's our live trading schedule this week. So a reminder, this was a session we just did. Dave will be doing New York sessions tomorrow, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday in the private Zoom from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. So he covers COMEX and Wall Street. We will be coming in and doing a post after Dave, post New York. So we'll be going the rest of the week, 11 a.m. starting 10:45, 11 a.m. tomorrow, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And next week, we'll have a live FOMC on I believe it's the Wednesday, if I'm correct, okay? And guys, here's the free blog. Here it is on the CPI week. If you guys can just stick with me for 5 minutes, I'll go over this blog and get you guys understanding what is CPI and why it's so important this week. So what traders need to know. We need to know about inflation, volatility, and trading opportunities. So the upcoming Consumer Price Index, that's what CPI stands for, is one of the most anticipated economic releases of this month. Whether you're trading indices, Forex, commodities, which we all trade, or individual stocks, CPI has the potential to create significant market volatility. Just like NFP, just like FOMC, CPI is that important as well. Okay, so understanding how the market reacts to inflation data can help traders avoid unnecessary losses and position themselves for high probable setups. So number one, what is CPI? Okay, so the CPI's Consumer Price Index measures the average change in prices paid by you and I, consumers, for goods and services over time. It is a primary indicator used to gauge inflation with the economy. So central banks, including the US Federal Reserve, closely monitor CPI because inflation directly influences monetary policy decisions and interest rates. And next week is FOMC. So you see how the Fed looks at inflation data to influence whether they're going to pause the interest rates, increase or decrease. And we have FOMC coming up next week. So you see how everything is tied in together. That's why this is important. So when inflation rises faster than expected, the Fed Reserve may keep interest rates elevated or even consider additional tightening measures. When inflation cools, it can increase the likelihood of future rate cuts, okay? Because of this relationship, CPI often causes sharp movements across financial markets. So CPI, why CPI matters to you and I, to traders. CPI data can impact stock market indices such as S&P, NASDAQ, or Dow Jones. Currency markets, anything paired with USD pair, USD JPY, GBP USD, Euro USD, so on and so forth. Gold and precious metals, what we do trade, bond markets, and cryptocurrency. The market is constantly trying to anticipate what the Federal Reserve will do next. CPI often acts as a catalyst that either confirms or challenges those expectations. So 3 market scenarios. Guys, take a screenshot of this so you can review this. 3 scenarios. If CPI, scenario 1, CPI comes in higher than expected, what will this do? What could it potentially do? If inflation is hotter than forecast, we may see US dollar may strengthen, seeing foreign investment coming buying the US dollar. Treasury yields may rise. Growth stocks may face selling pressure. Gold may initially weaken due to the strengthening of the US dollar. Equity indices could experience sharp volatility, and traders should be prepared for rapid price movements and potential trend reversals. Scenario 2, what if CPI comes in lower than expected? So if inflation cools more than anticipated, what will happen? Markets may price in future rate cuts. Growth stocks may rally. NASDAQ could outperform technology, tech sector. Gold may strengthen due to a weakening US dollar. Risk assets may attract buyers, like cryptocurrency. Lower inflation readings are often viewed positively by equity markets because they reduce pressure on the Federal Reserve. Scenario 3 in our final scenario, CPI meets expectations. Even when CPI matches forecasts, markets can still become volatile. Why? Because traders are also evaluating. Core CPI, remember core CPI excludes food and energy, previous revisions, Federal Reserve commentary, and future inflation projections. Sometimes the market reaction depends less on the actual number and more on how it compares with expectations already priced in the market. So trading tips during the CPI week, which is this week. Avoid over leveraging. This has to go across the board for everybody, not just because it's CPI week or NFP week or FOMC week or whatever it is. Just try and understand leverage in trading. We are retail traders. We are not institutional traders. We don't have billions and trillions of dollars of capital or leverage to trade these markets. You and I are limited to how much money we have, so we can utilize leverage, but it could also destroy us if we don't know what we're doing with it. So altogether across the board, try and avoid leverage at all times. Go lower leverage and work your way as you get comfortable with that leverage. You can always increase it. But when you start at the highest point and you make a mistake, it amplifies your loss, and this is where accounts are blown. Okay, so large economic releases can create unexpected price spikes in both directions. Many traders lose accounts because they increase position size, hoping to capitalize on volatility. Professional traders focus on protecting capital first, like Captain Boom said. Our number one job as traders is to preserve our capital, not to lose it. Because if I lose all my capital, I have nothing else to trade. I'm done as a trader, right? So that's your number one job to do. Next is to protect your profits. How I did in that trade where I grabbed 80% and I took it out, okay? Number 2, wait for the initial reaction. This is patience, discipline. Let the market make its move and you wait for the candle to close. The first move is not always the real move. We got to understand that. Also, Wall Street move It's not always the real move. So sometimes you gotta exercise a little bit of patience in trading, okay? Institutional traders often create liquidity grabs immediately after the release before establishing the true direction. Patience can often provide a cleaner setup. Reduce position size. Even experienced traders like myself may choose to reduce risk around major economic releases. I'm an experienced trader. I've been doing this for a long time. And why do I lower my risk when there's a high impact news event? If I'm doing it, shouldn't you be doing that? Like, I'm not gambling. I'm not increasing my risk when there's a high impact or CPI release. I'm lowering my risk, okay? Maybe this article, this blog will help make that make sense to you. Smaller position sizes help traders stay objective during fast moving conditions. That's what I utilize and call feeler trades. Testing out the market with a smaller speculative trade. If it gets stopped out, it's not the end of the world. It's not going to destroy you as a trader. You're not going to revenge trade. You're not going to do silly things. You can learn how to close it and watch the larger move, okay? Focus on key levels. That's why we do a top-down analysis to figure out these points of interest on a higher time frame. So before the CPI release, do conduct a top-down analysis. Identify your previous day's high, your previous day's low, weekly support levels, weekly resistance levels, major liquidity zones, points of control, so on and so forth, okay? Finally, these levels often become magnets for price action after the announcement. How many times have you seen my purple, yellow, white lines act as magnets to price action? Or that's why I place alerts at those locations, because they're like magnets that attract the volume, and you can trade off of those and have a higher probable setup or a winning success, okay? And then finally, guys, stick to your trading plan. I have the same plan and routine I've had for over 20 years now. Everyone says, Ron, why don't you change your plan? Why don't you change your strategy? Why don't you do this? Why are you not doing ICT? Why are you not doing SMC? Because I don't need to. Don't break what's working, okay? It's working for me. I don't need to do anything else. My top-down analysis, my trading style works for me, and I hope it works for you. It teaches you discipline. It teaches you patience. It teaches you how to get money in and out of the market and to pip and dip, okay? I don't need any other strategies. I don't need any other styles to trade. This is what I do, and it's proven itself. I back-tested this for you guys for over 20 plus years, and it does work, okay? Now, we need to all, across the board, including myself, avoid revenge trading. FOMO entries are like impulse trading. That's where fear of missing out. Oh my God, the move is going to happen. I got to get in. And then before you know it, it reverses back down and you're in drawdown. Then you're scratching your head and saying, why did I enter? Okay, that's FOMO. There's a time and place when to take impulse trades. You saw on NASDAQ, Wall Street, I took an impulse, but there was a time and place. You saw how I broke it down, okay? Chasing candles. I don't chase candles, okay? I allow candles to come to me. I allow volume to come to me. I don't chase candles. I used to, and that's when I saw that I was making the most mistakes in trading. That's when I figured out I was losing all of my money, was when I was chasing candles. Then I started to think to myself, why am I chasing these things when I can patiently wait with an alert at a location and let the volume come to me, and I can go on with my day? It made my life better, and it made trading much easier. So think about that, guys. No one wants to be attached to a computer all day, every day. If we can trade 2 hours a day, do our analysis, and set up alerts, you can now go to the gym, you can go have breakfast, you can go be with the family, you can go on with your day. And if the volume of gold will come down to that daily point of interest, you will have an alert, and you guys know how to trade around it using the principles that we teach, okay? Finally, ignoring your stop losses. What's the point of putting a stop loss if you're going to ignore it? Okay, so stop loss is to get you out of the trade and to minimize losing more money. That's what a stop loss is for. Stop loss is not there to say, oh, that guy got stopped out, he's a shitty trader. No, it's to say that's my maximum risk on this trade, and if I do get stopped out, that's the maximum I can lose, and I'm done with this trade, okay? And all traders get stopped out. Doesn't matter who you are, you will get stopped out. Maybe you're having a good run. Maybe you've made 10, 20 trades in a row without getting stopped out. Traders go through that, but it will not last forever. So be ready for the day when you do get stopped out, that you're not over leveraged. And that one trade you're stopped out is you're giving back your 10 profitable trades back to the market on one silly over leveraged stop loss trade, okay? What we'll be watching this week, okay, so we watch S&P, we watch NASDAQ, we watch US30, we watch the US dollar, we watch gold, and we watch treasury yields, okay? These markets often provide valuable clues regarding institutional sentiment following the CPI release. So final thoughts, guys. CPI week presents tremendous opportunities to you and I, but it also introduces increased risk. Successful traders understand that preserving capital is just as important as capturing profits. Rather than trying to predict the number, focus on reacting to price action. Like we say here, price action is king, okay? No indicator can match price action. No strategy can match price action. Price action is in real time. You can clearly see how candles gap up, gap down, where they open, how high they low, how low they go, where they close. And you can see impulse moves more so than any indicator will ever show you, okay? So managing and learning price action, in my opinion, will make you that much better of a trader. You can utilize indicators to complement your price action, but price action comes first. Managing your risk effectively and allowing the market to reveal its true direction. With all the impulse moves, all the fake outs, then you can clearly see the direction it wants to move, okay? So remember, you don't need to catch every move. Consistency and discipline are what separate profitable traders from the crowd. Stay patient, stay disciplined, and trade like a sniper, okay? So this is the blog. It's available for you guys for free. I hope you guys learned something from today's call. All of this is available. The free Telegram is pinned at the top of the channel. Thank you to everybody that subscribed to today's stream. We appreciate you guys. Wow, 100,500. This is unbelievable. So this is crazy, guys. Thank you guys so much. This means a lot to Dave and I and all the snipers here. And guys, thank you for liking the stream. Just going back to just review gold. Guys, look, we might get our first bar closing below here. So also watch pullbacks, could sell. This green zone goes to a red zone. We still have not broke below here. It's trying. It's still in this range. However, if you were following Forex Borex and his ORB, there was the line. There was the 5-minute candle that closed. Borex, there's where it came right up. That's where 50% and your ORB, if we were in a sell, we're in the money right now. So you could follow something as simple as that. Marking the first 15-minute high and low. There was the first body that closed below it and it retested it. See, guys? Yeah, look at the Discord. Borex, I got you right here. You're in. Perfect. Excellent. Guys, like, look at that strategy Borex is using. It's not that complicated. It's easy. You just got to be patient and disciplined. Does it always work? No, but it's got higher probabilities of being successful. And if we follow this, it's easy to follow. So I'm not saying I got into the sell or anything, but if you did, congrats, okay? But you still see the bigger picture. It broke below there and the volume is still coming back above the daily opening position. So it's still in this range currently. NASDAQ, okay, broke through and now retesting this. So if NASDAQ can continue to come down here, we could potentially continue to sell this down, okay? But that's it for me, guys. I'm going to go make some breakfast. I had a fantastic Monday call with you guys. Thank you guys, everybody on Zoom. I appreciate all of you guys. Have a great day. Everyone on YouTube, thank you to all of you guys. Join us tomorrow, again, 11 a.m. Eastern. Join that free Telegram group. So I dropped that YouTube upcoming link for you guys. And if you want to take your trading further with all of the snipers in Discord and join Dave and get all of the education, all of the indicators, all of the signals, join our premium plan right now, 3 months or 1 year or lifetime. And it's all 50% off right now. So you get premium value at a 50% discount. And hopefully we can help you, guide you in the correct direction as a trader and maybe inspire you guys and provide solid education to you guys from real traders. Okay, guys, have a great day. Enjoy your day. God bless everyone. Thank you, guys. It was an awesome session. And thank you to everyone on YouTube for not spamming. I appreciate you guys so much. I could actually read some valid comments, and I appreciate you guys. So I encourage you guys to continue to comment on YouTube. Just don't spam. I will promise you, I'll read your comment. I don't need to be spammed the comment. Okay, guys? Have a great day. Sank, Rob, Justin, Dale, Borex. Have a great day, guys. Thank you guys so much. From myself, Dave, and all the snipers, we appreciate you guys. Enjoy game 3 tonight. New York, let's go New York Knicks. We'll see you guys. Have a good day. Watch, Trump might be at the MSG. He's going to get booed. I'm betting money that he's going to get booed. Okay, guys. Have a great day. Thank you, guys. God bless. Lukeman, take care. Mike, have a good day, guys.
Recording stopped.
Thanks, guys. Thank you, everyone on YouTube. I appreciate you guys. Kindly hit the like button when you guys leave and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I promise you, you will get value out of our channel. We'll help you guys become better traders, and we do give back to you guys. So thank you guys so much. Pay it forward. We pay it forward to you. Pay it forward to another trader who's looking to learn how to trade. Your likes, subscribes, sharing the video does help, and we can reach traders from all around the world. We want to hit everywhere. We want to hit all of Europe, all of North America, all of Asia, all of Africa, everywhere around the world. We want to get traders from globally and unite together as retail traders. So thank you guys so much. I appreciate you guys. Have a great day, guys. Thank you guys so much.